You know, guys, and I'm speaking to both of you sons of bitches. Brendan, you always say that there are no such thing as old, big grandfathers. When you're big, you die early. You
like a Great Dane.
Yeah, you're halfway.
I'm on the back nine.
You're actually in the You're in the
final
quarter.
Back nine.
You're in the final quarter of your life.
Quarter.
You're in the fourth quarter.
You're in overtime, my man.
Well, but I'm a small man. Skylar just informed me that he's probably 17, 18 pounds heavier than me. I'm a lithe fella, so my heart doesn't have to work as hard.
But you're in like the 2-minute drill. Yeah.
Well, all right, watch your tone. Here's the conundrum I'm having. I know we spoke about blue whales. They're the biggest, strongest animals in the world. You know how long they live?
You're obsessed with blue whales right now.
Well, I'm just asking. Do you know how long they live?
60 years.
I'm gonna go with a baker's dozen, 13.
You guys are so dumb. Well, try over 100 years, but here's the catch. Nobody knows how long they live because nobody's ever measured it, but we know they live over 100 years. So that kind of takes your ridiculous theory and throws it out the window. They live...
I'm gonna have to look
Yeah,
this
you
up.
also give us a really dumb look, like you'll never believe how little they live. You know what I mean?
Hey,
so we're
bro,
trying to shoot low. Yeah.
Hey, bro. The bottom line is all I'm saying is maybe it has something to do with the fact that they eat tons of krill and tons of algae. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Onnit has both.
Yeah.
They've got both supplements. It was a stretch.
So you're saying a real human man could also take this stuff?
You live 100?
Well, listen, I'm
All
not.
of 100?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that Onnit happens to source from the same area that blue whales eat from. They got krill supplements. They got algae supplements. All I'm saying is, if you want to be really big, really strong, and live forever, Onnit.com.
Ooh.
Is that too much?
I want to live longer.
That's all I'm saying.
But I need a discount.
Yeah, and a good metaphor.
A discount.
A discount?
How about
discount?
How about a discount?
You need a discount?
How about I take a 10% off? I go on it.com / make a slash, and then fighter, and then I give you 10% off. I don't know where I'm from right now, but who cares? Because I had my krill oil, so I don't need blood today because I had my krill oil from Onnit.
Onnit.com/fighter, 10% off. Start now. We got our boy in studio. What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Hey,
It's been a long time.
I know.
I feel like the only time I can see you is if we book you a guest for the show.
Yeah, busy guy. I did have you to the Flock of Dudes premiere.
We did go to the
I heard that was a funny movie.
Was funny.
It was funny.
Yeah.
We also
The editing was a little rough.
Hey there. Okay, so I'm gonna call it just like I see it because I didn't edit it myself. But yeah, they literally they did this thing where they don't have film these days, so they don't actually cut the film. But I guess the digital reels they had like 15 minutes. No, like 7 minutes were cut off of each reel. So D'Elia would literally be like in the middle of a scene and be like, guys, we can't. And then it literally cuts to like an establishing shot of the next scene.
I'm not an editor myself, but I watched it and I was like, what is going on?
If a fighter / podcaster is noticing the editing, because I'm just saying you haven't had a lot of experience with film. If you're noticing the editing, you know you got a problem with editing, right?
Yeah.
And we get out of the premiere and everyone's in a circle and I go, how about the editing on that thing?
Well, that could be an issue.
D'Elia was good in it, though. He's a good actor, man.
He's good. He's really
you were
good
in it too.
Yeah.
Bryan was in it for about 2 minutes, but when you were in it,
about
I
that.
went whoop 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 whoop, and everyone was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
Good man.
Bryan Callen fan over here.
Callen fan. That's what I like to hear.
You're wearing a nice powder blue
Fighter
suit.
kid shirt. Oh
No, powder blue suit.
No,
No,
in
in
the
the movie.
In the
Oh,
movie.
right.
Yeah, you're losing your memory, but yeah.
I am. I'm older.
You guys filmed that a while ago.
Sure did.
When's it get? So is it out now?
About a couple months before I even started this TBS series Ground Floor, which has since had 2 seasons and had been canceled. So it had been a while.
Why does it
since we
take so
shot
long
that.
to come out?
Because it's kind of smaller potatoes.
It costs $7 to make.
They're trying to get a distribution deal. But
So it's
these
still
days,
not out?
I don't know, man. I think we're and honestly, you can attest to this. Like, and by the way, if you saw the whole movie, it's funny as shit, and the cast is insane.
Crazy cast.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that guy.
Who's the boss in it?
Mark Maron.
That's right.
Just like out of
Maron's in it.
nowhere.
I'm a Maron fan.
Yeah, but like even people like Hannibal Buress, who was always a great comedian, but like since then has kind of blown up.
Yeah.
And like all of these people like Eric Andre and Brian Greenberg. By the way, Brian Greenberg, big fan of Fighter and the Kid.
I know.
Yeah.
We follow each other on Twitter, and I talked to him at the premiere. Good guy.
Yeah,
He
get
was
him on the
also on my favorite show on HBO.
How to Make It in America.
How to Make It in America. Me and my brother love that show.
Oh yeah, all the Lipstein boys, we love that. It's about a Jew making jeans, so we love it.
In New York, it's
Jew
about
making
fashion. Him
jeans.
and his best friend started a fashion.
Ooh.
Crisp
Crisp.
Well,
denim.
you're doing a new show called Graves.
Sure am.
With a couple of Hall of Famers, Susan Sarandon and Nick Nolte.
Yes, sir.
And I want you to do me a favor. If Susan Sarandon, who's phenomenal, take a look at some of her older movies. And the movie escapes me, but there's a movie where she's topless.
She's a hottie.
And
Back in the day, she was a hottie.
she's got
80
the
now,
hottest.
but-
Yeah, but she had probably the hottest body at one point that you'll get. It
So
was just-
yeah, so go look at those in your off
I'm trying
time.
to respect someone who I haven't met yet and have to work with, but
Yeah.
no.
Hey,
let's
saw
not-
that movie in the '80s.
What
Great
is the movie? It
job.
was a
You look
great movie,
set
though.
of tits on you.
Not
huh?
Thelma and Louise.
You got a
Not
set of
Thelma
tits on you, huh, Susan? What?
Yeah,
What?
hey.
There she is.
Fire this amateur
Yeah.
immediately.
Hey, don't take any advice from Callen on that stuff.
Yeah,
huh?
don't
Keep doing
come
what you're doing.
But it is fun to always think about the worst possible thing to do in a scenario. I mean, you guys ever
I
think
do all
about
the
that?
ti-
Just
all the
like
time.
saying, I used to. Okay, so I was in this show in New York, and we the cast used to sit on the stage during the whole thing, which got real boring after a while. So especially when you'd seen the same scene like 1,000 times, and I would just think of like, I mean, it's really dark, but just like the worst thing I could do.
Me too.
I agree.
I mean, I had this handheld mic in my lapel. It was like kind of a trick we did in the show. But I was just like, hey, how crazy would it be if I just like go over there and just start beating that dude over the head, just because.
I
just
know.
You'll
I know.
entertain the idea.
Dude,
Yeah.
I got one for you. I'm in mainland China, and I was 14 years old. Mainland China. This is when it was communist, really communist, where everybody had blue suits and rode bicycles. It was just a sea of the same outfit. Everybody wore the same outfit: a blue pants, blue shirt, and rode a bicycle. Google pictures of China from the 80s and 70s and 80s. It's unbelievable. And I went to this Buddhist ceremony, and back then in communist China, a Buddhist ceremony was primarily ritualistic, and it was, the Chinese kind of frowned on Buddhism at the time because it was a communist state, and in some ways still do. But it was this incredible Buddhist ceremony where it was like they were doing all this stuff, and I just literally had
yell
this.
out?
I wanted to just take a piss.
Yeah,
Like,
or
and
just
I have a
some
lot
sort
of
of like
respect for Buddhism, but I was like, what would happen? I remember being a kid going, what would happen if I just took my dick out and started peeing all over that?
probably
I
be
think
like
about it all the
incense.
time. I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
In the octagon, I thought about, especially after this last fight, even though I lost, grabbing the mic from Rogan.
dropping a couple
going,
N-bombs.
Fuck you,
Yeah.
you're cool. Firing the kid, I'm out, and tossing the mic on the ground.
That would have been. By the way, these days people are cutting some promos.
Kind of, because you almost have to in the
Well,
UFC,
how about
right?
the guy? How about the?
How about Ben Rothwell?
I knew
When
you
he
were
did
gonna-
it, it was so awkward,
Well,
but
Anik fucked it up too. I mean,
Kind of.
Well, that's probably he probably had someone in their ear being like, "We need more answers from him. Ask him about the finish."
It was
the dude just
awkward.
cut an Undertaker style promo. yeah, and then they're like, so wait, let's walk you through the finish." And he's like, "Oh yeah, got
I think it's bad for the sport. I think it's bad. Think if Tom Brady got on the mic and did
Yeah,
that
but
bullshit.
it's not the NFL. I think it's more sports entertainment.
They're trying to get there, though, right? They want to talk about being a major sports league, so leave that to the WWE.
Sure, but that's also the identity crisis that there's. It's like it's strange because Dana wants to run it like this NFL
Like
style place.
Dana wants to run it like Vince McMahon.
Exactly,
Yes.
but says that like with like the Reebok deal that we want to be an actual sport. So it's kind of weird. Because,
Yeah, I mean, when I saw Ben
because they have
Rothwell
a
do
players union. and stuff.
when I saw Ben Rothwell do
Teams.
the Undertaker thing, and I looked to my right and saw a guy in Reebok pumps, I said, "What the fuck are we doing?
Exactly.
What are we doing?"
Also, teams, it's different. When somehow there's something weird about, like, if tennis, which has individual players, had all one uniform and one sponsor, it would make no sense. They make their money other ways. So it just doesn't seem to be a working model. It's not going to create what he's looking for, I think, in terms of this sort of uniform look. Fighting is an individual
he was
sport.
on the Herd with Callen.
Coward.
Yeah, which I'm a huge fan of him. But man, yesterday with Callen, I'm not trying to disrespect a coworker here, but I mean, he just went balls deep. Like, usually doesn't suck the guest off. Like, we get heat when Callen does that, right? People think it's the worst thing when me and Callen are like, oh, you're the best. People hate our shows.
Really?
Yeah, and Colin's never done that.
I
and
like
he
the
did
50
it with
Cent
Dana.
thing. Anyway,
The 50 Cent thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, 50 was cool.
Yeah.
But I've never seen Colin do that. When he did it with Dana, I was like, oh, man.
Hmm.
And you could tell he's not too knowledgeable on fighting because he's like, yeah, he goes, boxing's dead. Anyone who says that is uneducated.
Right.
Anyone who says boxing's dead, boxing couldn't be at a better time right now.
Absolutely.
Boxing is phenomenal right now. There's so many good matchups.
Dude, the fight on
Triple
ESPN last week.
Canelo, ridiculous fight. Yes.
Unbelievable.
So, and then he also goes, yeah, the UFC's taking care of things like, everyone watched this Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. Listen, I don't want to see 8 rounds.
Oh, I hate
well,
that
they
shit.
fought for 12. They don't do 8.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not good.
Wow.
Yeah. But, again, he's on Fox, so I'm sure they're promoting the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
Again. And then they're
Hey,
doing
come
all
on,
they
man.
can.
Are they on season 24601? That's a little Les Mis reference for you guys out there.
Ultimate Fighter 2022. Yeah, it's
There it is,
tough.
ladies and gentlemen.
I think they should need to completely switch up the entire thing they're doing with Ultimate Fighter.
What about a new reality show that we come up with right now?
Yeah?
I don't know. There's the tournament, right? That's like the whole idea that you get into the UFC, but also you get like kind of a not such a great contract. So what if they're fighting for something different?
Well, with the girls, they got a title shot right
That's
away,
true.
right?
So yeah, only do tough if you're gonna like add a new weight class, and it lives and dies on that thing. So it's just like it never goes beyond that tournament.
Well, do you remember in the early seasons, there was like challenges? There's like physical
They
challenges.
still do like coaches challenges and
Kind
stuff.
of, but no. If you remember the first season, where like Joe Stevenson's like passing out because they had to hang on each other and
Oh, yeah.
grapple and stuff.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they used to do crazy challenges like they would have like obstacles, almost like Ninja Warriors.
I almost
but
want
it took
that
away.
to happen.
It took away from the fights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
These guys
for
were
sure.
exhausted
Yeah.
from carrying wood all day.
Getting
Yeah.
injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can't do that, especially if you want to look like a legitimate sport. You can't have guys, whatever,
gotta have
being
them
on
trained.
slip and slides.
Rick
and shit.
tore his ACL carrying logs.
Yeah, you can't do it, man. You can't do it. I don't know. I'm sure they'll figure it out. I'm sure with Connor,
Skylar, do you when not crooning, do you train a lot?
Yeah, do a little Muay Thai with my friend Jake Pass.
I saw you
in
on
Torrance.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Throw the
Torrance,
Some
all
ones
the
and
way to
twos.
Torrance, huh?
So far,
I don't
huh?
get it.
Hey, they got to open up another location because
You know, there's a million Muay Thai coaches. Are you getting ready for
No.
a fight or?
Yeah, well, I'm getting real serious. Actually, when I'm filming this thing in New Mexico, going to go to Jackson's and hit some mitts with my friend Six Gun Gibson.
He's a stud.
Yeah, I just want to be ready.
Just in case.
That's
shit
how I
breaks
feel.
off
That's
for
how
your
I feel.
girl.
Yeah,
I-
even though, by the way, 80% of fights go to the ground, and I'm a white belt.
I'd say
on the ground.
90% do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what?
No one's picking a
I
fight with
feel like
Yeah, that's
you have
true.
to be ready in case, like, you're captured by some just Highlanders.
Narco style.
Yeah, and they're like, make him fight the killer over there, and they say, they're betting, and then they throw you out there, and usually guys are like, I don't know anything, but at least you'll know how to keep them busy.
I got some
That's
ones
funny
and twos.
Yeah, it is.
I got some short elbows, some short knee. My short game's real good.
Do you ever?
Gotta reach.
Does your girl want you to act tough? She knows you're an actor, so it's not like you're.
tough. Yeah.
Does she ever like? I don't know. Do you ever toss out like tough lines around her ever?
No.
Never.
You just
'cause
want to
I'm
have.
not
Like, I do that guy, babe, and she's like,
Oh,
relax.
yeah. No, I don't do that. But it's nice to feel taken care of.
Yes.
You know, and
you want to feel
honestly-
like you have something in your back pocket.
Exactly. So I think she doesn't quite get it, but I think that like if she knows that I can do something to someone that's untrained, I could definitely
For sure.
piece him up a
You've
little
seen
bit.
enough.
Yeah.
Would you sing to him first? Like, hey, you better be careful, or I'll piece you up.
West Side Story
Mhm,
style.
just like do a little snaps,
Yeah.
a little pas de bourrée into a front kick,
There you
That'd
go.
be sick.
right?
Be a distraction.
Absolutely.
A good way to get your opponent distracted is to dance, and then he's like, "That guy's a really good dancer." Bye, and then you hit.
Yeah.
Are street fights down though? I don't really think it's a real issue, especially where you're hanging out at
Yeah.
Oh, you mean my house?
your house,
Yeah.
wherever. I mean, Beverly Hills.
I
Not
feel
too
like
many.
a fight could happen anywhere. Honestly, like I've had the only times in the past couple of years I've had issues were like in small towns where I'd be filming something and go to like some sort of like a divey bar.
They're all, hey boy, get out here!
A little bit.
Get out here, singing boy!
A little local, like, and I don't even know if they know I'm an actor or know that I'm like who I am, but they know that I'm a little different. And I'm not like wearing fedoras and dressing like Bruno Mars.
Are you
out
singing
there.
when you order food?
Well, I have to.
Give me a beer. Give me a beer.
Well, I
fries
have
with gravy, baby.
Yeah, that would piss
Because I
me
hang
off.
out in 1950s diners. Yeah. But no, I mean, yeah. So I've had some issues, and I'll tell you, like, and it's just like that, like, I already drank beer. No, I came here for 2 reasons: drink some beer and whoop some ass, and I already drank my beer.
It's those guys.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're in like
I'm in
Nashville
fucking
or
Tennessee and
Texas or some
Mississippi.
shit. Yeah.
I've been in two kinds of Jacksons this year: Jackson, Tennessee, and Jackson, Mississippi.
Ooh.
And both are small.
Both are small and
And
both are very southern.
And a lot of people haven't left both of those towns, and they don't like new
I'm
people
surprised
there.
they pick fights with you. I think like if you go to, I'm always wary about like if I go to a sporting event. Like,
have you ever had
baseball,
anybody
football.
pick a fight with you?
No, when I was young, but never anymore.
You're also a fighter, so people want to test you.
I don't know
No,
about
I
that.
never get that. You know what it is? It's the vibe you give off.
Yeah.
Like I know fighters who give off that vibe where they're looking for trouble and you attract
You're
trouble.
just so big, though, and your ears are closed up. They just know they're going to be, like, they just know it's going to be a disaster. I've
don't
seen
think so.
tough men around you, and I've seen what happens. Like, it's really interesting because I'll walk by and I'll be with him, and I go, that guy looks fucking tough. Some guy walks by, and I swear to God, the body language is so interesting because they see him, and they immediately alpha down.
Oh, for sure.
Their head goes down a little bit, and they just go, that guy can get me.
Yep.
And they know it, and because they recognize him or they just know, and he can.
But I never would. I'm like a sloth.
No, I know.
man.
No,
but
you
they
know what I'm
in their-
saying? Don't know
But
that.
in
I'm like
their
a
heart,
sloth.
they know
They
if,
know
if
if it came down
civilization
to it.
breaks down, and you want to, they
Yeah.
know that they're not going to best you physically. They're not going to be able to
choose
impose
to
their
fight
will.
in a cage. You chose that, so you don't have much fear.
This is true.
Which is the strangest thing
Although
as
I'm
I get to know you, because your
It was a bad
mentality
idea, right?
is not
It
no.
was a bad
I don't
idea.
know. You did pretty well, made a
yeah.
name for yourself, but your mentality is not. I just don't. It's not to punch people in the face. You are not a violent guy.
No.
Yeah.
I'm way more violent than
Way
you.
more violent.
I am way more likely to get in a fight 100% at 48 than you have ever been.
100%.
I'm just
well,
that
like
way.
I said, have you ever seen Shark's Tale? You know the great white who paints himself as a dolphin?
Yeah,
That's me, man. That's me, bro.
But meanwhile, we're
not-
sitting.
I don't want any
we're
problems.
We're sitting with Justin Tuck and Alden Smith, who are two freak specimens in the NFL.
Okay.
There's literally 0.01 percenters in the NFL, and I said to Brendan, I go, you look like me. You're literally Demore. But then I thought to myself, you know what's funny about this equation? Brendan can beat the fucking brakes
Out of both of them.
off of both of them, and do it very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
And they know it.
Hey, how cool is it and fun is it to hang out with fighters though? Sometimes because like I was,
I
all right,
poke
no,
dudes.
but like the cool ones.
Yeah.
Like, I was at a dinner.
Depends which ones, my
Ready.
man.
I'm gonna just drop a couple on the floor, but it won't impress you, so that's
Go
fine.
ahead.
Just like I had a dinner not too long ago with Weidman and Forrest Griffin
Love 'em.
and
Great guy.
TJ Dillashaw.
Love him.
And
guys.
a couple other people that are not in the
not as
UFC, but that
famous?
just
Okay.
not as famous. Yeah, not
Yeah.
kind of like not ranked. But no, I'm just kidding. No, but no, we're pretty much 3 champions, and those were the only people. It was like Elliot, Elliot, like Dana's Elliot. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I
he was
don't.
there. But anyway, he
Is
trains.
he the camera guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know him.
He's a great dude.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, yeah, it was like a
Cool
bunch
dude.
of us. Yeah, and like my brother, and I was just like, man.
Well,
no
Forrest,
one will fuck
Forrest,
with this tape.
yeah, and Forrest is so big and so tall, and that deep kind of voice. he's
Yeah,
got-
I'll fight
yeah,
anyone. Yeah.
And he's got a sense of humor, and it's just kind of, and you just look at him and go, "You're just all man." I remember seeing him cage side when he was fighting, and he came out, and,
big dude, man.
and he was just this giant Irish-looking warrior, this Celtic warrior with just those long arms. I was like, "Oh, God."
I feel like Forrest was always a guy who could have done more.
Oh yeah.
As far as entertainment, I feel like Forrest could have done a podcast.
Yes.
Or,
Funny
I feel,
guy.
I feel like he limited himself, and now I think he he works for the UFC, does appearances and shit.
He's
He's
happy
still in the
with
circus.
it though. I mean,
I think so.
I think it's
For
like
some
those,
guys, they love it.
Those WWE lifers too. Like they love it. It's like they're. I mean, because like Forrest does like some local like Las Vegas car commercials with Stephen Bonner that like. He's like, yeah, man, I got a free Ford. Like,
Yeah.
I think like what his goals are so far
Yeah.
surpassed at this
I
point
agree.
that he's like,
I also
I'm
think
happy.
he's a dad now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
that's all he cares about.
he's just,
is his kids.
he's got
one
a
of
great,
the best guys in the sport.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
great sense of humor.
I just always felt like if I had to pick someone, I felt like he could have done more in entertainment.
yeah.
He's one of those guys too that's so personable that literally you. I was like, I know a lot of people in this circle that we were all hanging out with, but I never met Forrest. But instantly starts ripping on like just
guy.
bullshitting for about 45 minutes, and then we're on our way to dinner, walking over there, and I got to be like, hey, by the way, I'm Skylar, man. Nice to meet you. Like it was so ridiculous because I already felt like I knew him for so long, and he was cool.
And you and Chris are close, Weidman.
Oh yeah. Third baby on the way. Like any minute
I
now.
saw his picture.
Any minute now, yeah.
Third critter on the way.
Third baby.
And his fight's in November?
His fight is actually December, I want to say 12th.
Are you going?
I might be in Albuquerque, but if I can make it, I'm going to go.
Tough fight.
Yeah, I
Tough
know you always
fight.
say
Greatest
that.
fight in middleweight division, I think.
Oh, for sure. Definitely best co-main event in UFC's history.
Who's the main event?
Connor and Aldo.
Good God. Oh, yeah, that card is stacked.
It's insane.
Is that Yoel and Jacare?
Finally fighting too.
The thing about those two also is I feel like if you really were to look at all those fighters in a vacuum, I just feel like the baddest guys in the 85-pound division are Jacare and Yoel Romero. I really think that
you're not including Chris on
you're
purpose?
taking Chris and Rockhold out? Because Rockhold beat Jacare.
In
Strikeforce a long time ago.
No, but still counts.
Not really. Here's the thing. Here's what I have to say.
Hey, you talking about unknowledgeable ability?
Yeah.
Here's dropping knowledge with the kid, and everything's wrong.
Yeah, 2 years
I
ago,
think-
MMA was totally different.
I think Chris Weidman's
It's a different
toughest
Weidman.
fight would be. Let's put it this way. I think his toughest fight is not Luke Rockhold. I think it's probably Yoel Romero. And then Jacare.
Man, that's so far off.
You think so?
No,
That's so far
He
off.
could beat Yoel anywhere.
Anywhere.
Really?
Hey,
Yeah.
real quick. Probably the easiest fight of all four of those
Really?
guys. Not even close.
Really? And how?
Sure.
Hey guys,
Kennedy
real quick.
had him beat.
Guys, but real quick, how would he do that? I'm just curious. Wrestling?
Probably
Wrestling?
just elbows and just
Elbows?
Like,
How about
destruction.
striking?
Yeah, his
Ja-
striking. Dude,
He outstruck Leo Machida.
Yoel Romero's striking is pretty damn impressive lately. His learning curve is pretty.
if you
learning-
thought
at
Yoel
36
Romero
is
shit
learning
his
curve.
pants
Did you
one
see-
time,
Huh?
he'll be shitting hard.
No, that's the easiest fight out of the four.
Oh, for sure.
Rockhold's the biggest challenge.
Yeah, then
and then
Jacare, and
but
then
I
Yoel.
think Jacare is going to struggle with the striking of Chris.
For sure, and I don't think Chris will really. He might wrestle him, but I don't think he really wants to be on the mat. I mean, he's comfortable anywhere.
I think he's fine. His jiu-jitsu's high level. Not as high as Jacare's, but in the octagon, it's high enough to be safe and win.
And I think that Jacare. I think Chris might have him beat as far as MMA jiu-jitsu goes. But obviously, you
That's
know more than
tough,
that. You
man.
know more than that, than me on that one.
Yeah.
Jacare is.
I think if Chris can get by Luke, and then I think Jacare beats
Which you
Romero.
will. Shout out to my friend Chris Weidman and CJ and Cassie. Love you, kids.
Love you guys. Love you, my boy Blue.
And Marivi.
You know, the minute I meet Weidman, I'm going to be
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
going to be in your camp. I'm going to be like, nobody can be my boyfriend. But since I don't know him,
I've never seen anything like it. We were on the plane to San Francisco. He's talking shit about vegetarians. He's like, it's so stupid. Like they're
To who Shields? Or something?
no. We're
okay.
just talking about vegans and how
Yeah.
men need energy and
Right,
all this
animal
carbs.
protein.
He's like, you need carbs, you need protein. We meet a vegan. He goes, nah, I get it, man. Yeah, no, you know what? I swear to God, he goes, I'm gonna go vegan, I think.
Yeah,
And I went,
tempeh's real good.
As soon as the guy leaves, I go, are you kidding me? He goes, yeah, I have no backbone.
I'm two-faced. Here's the thing about
It's
me.
the worst thing, but
guess
this was
what?
the worst I've ever seen.
I haven't eaten meat since, and I feel really good.
Really? No, you're lying.
Yeah, I feel good. I can't believe it.
I can't-
But
I
I
don't
eat
believe
eggs.
you
I
'cause
eat
you're a
eggs, and
liar.
I eat eggs, and I'll eat some. Like I drink raw goat milk and stuff.
Bro, I saw you eat a. Well, I saw you eat pizza yesterday with sausage on it.
Yeah. I mean,
No.
you smell
No, I
like
didn't.
burger
It was
right
tomato.
now.
Yeah,
man.
you smell like a.
Oh yeah, I
patty.
eat burger. But the point is,
Just no
I'll have a burger.
No
I mean,
bun. That's vegan, right? Or is it paleo?
This was the worst I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like it. We were clowning on vegans for a solid hour plane ride.
like
Get off the
I was
plane.
being vicious about it.
Oh
too.
my God. I was like, nah, I'm with you, man. Everyone who's vegan, their hair looks like shit. Their skin looks like shit. We have a mutual
They
friend.
always
who-
smell like eucalyptus
It's
for
all
some
weird.
reason.
And they
Shit,
want
yeah.
you to know right away they're
Oh,
vegan,
yeah.
right?
It's a religion.
And how long?
Yeah.
Been
yeah,
vegan
yeah.
about 9 years.
So true.
Yeah, it's like AA
Every-
and being a vegan.
And
God,
CrossFit or
that is-
CrossFit.
Oh, yeah.
Vegan at CrossFit or AA.
That is
First
so
rule about
true.
CrossFit: only talk about CrossFit.
100%. That's how it is, right?
100%. 100%.
I've never seen anything
Anyway,
like it.
guys, I do some Turkish get-ups that could really blow you. No, I'm just
Yeah, I need to start having a point of view that I stick to.
Just
That-
a backbone.
You're just
that'll
you're
never
so
happen.
adaptable and just
Yeah.
like so personable.
My
just
my
wish
sister
for-
calls me the chameleon.
I just wish for once you'd make a headline for this show.
Yeah, I should do something
Right
really
now, dude.
Do
controversial.
something.
Start
for the
dropping a
ratings.
couple N-bombs, man.
He just
Like last
we
time?
might get shut down.
Hey, man.
Hey,
That's probably
man,
not going to hit.
I'm
This is
not,
Fox.
I'm not racist. Unless
I
I'm around a
know.
bunch of white guys. No,
Around a bunch of other races.
I mean,
I'm only
then-
racist when I'm around the
Then I'm
Well,
like-
and that
KKK.
doesn't even make you racist. That's just because you're so
right.
adaptable.
Then I'm like, guys, I get it. You have a point. But brown people shouldn't be allowed to, quote unquote, vote. I agree with that much.
instantly just like, yeah, those ninjas. Come on, man.
Show just instantly.
No, I've never. I think before I was even told prejudice was bad, it just never made any sense. But I think it's because I grew up around so many different brown
Exactly.
and black people. I just never got it. I was always like, I remember seeing westerns as a little kid, and they would treat the black guy really badly. And I swear to God, I remember as
black
a kid.
and white?
Huh?
What westerns are these?
God, man, this is
Old
this is
school?
in the 70s, yeah. And I remember saying to my mother, "Why are they treating him like that?" My mother said, "Because he's black." And I never forgot.
That's
it. Yes, I remember seeing.
That's because he's
Roots.
black, honey.
Well,
Yeah.
she said she and I.
Well, your mom's
she
racist.
read me Tom Sawyer, and I remember she was explaining how Uncle Jim or whatever couldn't go into the church with them because he was black. I never forgot those things, and I used to always as a kid go, that is so inherently unfair. I just didn't. It tapped into my natural
disgusting,
inherent
yeah,
notion
yeah.
of fairness. I said,
Yeah,
it
no
doesn't
one-
make any sense,
No
man.
one does here. Yeah.
Movies do a good job. That's where movies do a good job of showing you the injustice of that kind of behavior, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
You know.
You guys see Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
Thought it was pretty good. Yeah.
So- you know what though? I've heard some criticism on it because Ice Cube directed it, so it made kind of.
Well, it's always going to
biased a little bit.
glorify some. You know, they.
They're all, damn Cube, you do everything for us. Now that you left, we suck.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
shit.
just literally like eating some McDonald's and like, yeah, just writing Friday right now. No big deal.
That's exactly
yeah.
what you. Yo, Cube, what you work on? Just writing this little movie called Friday.
Looks into the
Zooms in,
lens.
he's all Friday.
Yeah.
And then the
Was it
band's
when-
all, I don't know what we're gonna do, man. Cube left, we suck now.
Yeah, right. We're nothing without him.
Did his son play?
Yes, he was very
His
good.
son plays
Prepared
him.
2 years for it.
Wow.
Yeah, he was good.
His son's a handsome guy.
Yeah, the guy that plays Dr. Dre was very good too. Actually, they were all good. Easy, they were all great.
The dude who played Dr. Dre, isn't he the guy who does the Burger King commercials?
I don't
think
think
he
The
is.
king with the hat?
Yeah.
How
No,
would
no,
we
no,
know
no, no,
this?
no, no, no,
No.
no. McDonald's. He does the McDonald's commercials. So the guy who played Dr. Dre had these great. He had these great McDonald's
You
commercials.
just said you weren't racist,
Well,
though.
no, but I remember seeing that
Isn't
guy
that
going.
the guy for Popeye's Chicken? Well, he's not.
No,
Brian.
he did a
No,
McDonald's,
it's Shaq.
He did a McDonald's campaign, and I remember going, that guy's actually really good. I
Maybe.
remember that.
We have the same manager.
Yeah.
No
Do you?
bullshit. So I can actually ask. Yeah.
But you've never worked with him.
Never, but I would. I would love to work with
Are
him.
you hot on the street on auditioning right now, or what's going on?
I was grinding pretty hard when my show didn't get picked up for ABC.
That's a
R.I.P.
disappointment. Because
Yeah.
you told me about the show and it sounded dope.
Oh, it was awesome.
It's weird when all that when
they
people
released
don't
it,
realize
yeah.
how much goes into making a pilot, like millions of
All
dollars,
the moving parts.
all moving parts, and everybody does a great job, and it's so much effort, it's so much work, and it's a really good piece of work.
Yeah.
It's funny, it's everything, and somehow the network goes no,
Mm-hmm.
and all that effort literally goes away forever. It sits in a reel
See ya.
on someone's
Yeah.
shelf owned by ABC, and no one ever sees it again.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered why they don't do a TV show where they take every pilot that was good that never got picked up and just air it.
Yeah.
Just
That's
air
a
it.
lot of shit.
There's
There's
a
a
lot of-
shit channel.
I was talking to
I
my
don't
buddy
know if
recently.
it's shit
yeah.
channel because there was some great. There's some great, but you're right. In
You
a
know
sense,
what? You
it
think
won't
they're
go anywhere.
great because you were in them.
No,
No,
not-
there's a
there are
lot,
a lot
man,
of-
that are really good.
there
Like
are a lot
mine
of-
was, and everyone I've ever done that hasn't gotten
There you go.
picked
There
up.
you go. You guys think they're all great. I'm sure.
No, it's true though, man.
No,
It-
but
it's
they don't
kind of
get picked
fucked.
up
It's
for weird
backwards.
reasons.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
literally it doesn't test well with one demo, and it's like,
Or
oh,
there's a changing of the guard, and when the new
Yeah.
guard comes in, and go, that's not. Those
doesn't
aren't my
like it.
shows.
oh, Ground
They
Floor
go,
got canceled because of that.
Yeah.
my show was like coasting. For
So you
CBS.
were grinding on auditions.
yeah, doing a little.
Is your
bit of
girl too?
auditioning?
Or not really?
I mean, we're always auditioning. Like,
Really?
I'll never not be auditioning. But like right now I have a series, so I won't be auditioning for any like series regular roles on.
You can't, right?
No, like
You
contractually
can't
I
compete.
can't.
Yeah.
So I actually
You can do movies.
It's kind of funny. Exactly in like theater. But it's so funny because I actually when I found out I got Graves, I had an audition the next day, and I was pretty much off book. I was like 90% there, and I was actually really excited about it. had my outfit picked out and stuff. But then I got the phone call from my agents. And it's so funny how quick I threw that shit in the trash, sat on the couch, and was just like, because auditioning sucks so much. And if someone says, hey, you actually now can't do it because you're unavailable, it was the best relief. It was better than me getting the other job.
Really?
Yeah, because it was like, and I was pumped. I even like was like, there was a quick thought of like, should I still go in on this? I can't though. And it was something really good. I just like threw it in the trash, sat down on the couch. You know,
do you celebrate when you get a show? If you get a big show?
Man.
Never.
I mean, I don't. Honestly, I don't really celebrate the good, so then I don't like get that disappointed with the bad. It's just all. It's all.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, I live in purgatory. No, I mean, I have like, of course, I get excited, but I don't know. Like these days, like okay, if I get a phone call from like all of my agents and managers, that's generally a good thing. That's like, hey, you got the thing that you've been thinking about obsessively for a month, and
I hear that.
yeah, you know, and they're always expecting like, oh my god, like lottery shit, like what you would think you would feel like when you're 12 and you're thinking about being famous or something. But for me, I always do the same thing. I'm like, oh great, that's awesome. When does it start?
That's
it just
good though to
becomes
stay
your reality.
like this.
It's just like your gig. It's like your next gig, and then maybe it'll sink in later, and you'll wake up the next morning and be like, I got that fucking thing. I forgot. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But
So
I think
it's good not to get too high, too low.
I think for me at least.
In your guys' business for sure, because you get told no so much.
Well,
but
also,
especially
even when you're told yes.
Not talking, but go
Sorry.
ahead.
But also even when you're told yes, it doesn't. A lot of times, it doesn't
It's not
end
a
up being
defined
what
yes.
you thought it was going to
Yeah.
be.
Never is.
It goes away.
Also, yeah, every actor that's as neurotic as me, you don't believe it till you're even there. You're like, I could get fired, or the freaking show can get like, you know what I mean? Like they could read the table read and decide to not bring me back or
Happens
the whole
all the
thing.
time.
So you're just
There's a
like
lot of
you
moving
don't even
parts.
believe it until like the film wraps. I've even done things that like didn't finish. You know what I mean? And then what?
You were filming, just never got
just
finished?
like what came in under budget, and we ended up doing reshoots or finishing the movie. But you know, it's just I don't know. There's like no method to it, so you just can't like take it as a black and white situation.
It's good not to get so down or high,
Yeah.
especially in sports. The best I've ever seen at is Lyoto Machida or
I'm
Tim Tebow.
sure.
Or
Really?
Tim Tebow.
Lyoto Machida, that's what he does.
Yeah, he just stays very even keel. Even he loses, wins, he's back to normal. Like,
Yeah, a
everything's
samurai.
I feel
was
like
always
I heard
like
like
this.
Cain Velasquez is that way or something. No,
I'm sure he's like a lizard. He doesn't show any emotion.
Right.
Well, what is
Yeah.
that? What is that? What they said with the samurai? A samurai, the first order of business is to always meditate every morning and every night on the fact that you must die.
wow.
Well, it's depressing.
But it's
so,
true,
yeah.
and so
No,
when
let's all start doing that.
Yeah,
and
let's
never
all
leave
just
our
think
house.
about death.
we all are going to, right? So the idea is not to be too attached to anything that is, you know, within this dimension.
Yeah, that's boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy
well,
a really bright, shiny car.
I think I told this story on Rogan, but talk about a guy I'll never forget. I won't mention his name. High-level fighter. My manager goes, bro, just got this call. Huge fight for this guy. Biggest fight in his career. He goes, this is why my job's the best. Listen to this, bro. Puts it on speaker, dials the guy's number. Huge fight. Yeah. And I was like, in my mind, I thought, terrible matchup for your guy.
Oh boy.
Calls me, goes, my man. Gives him the date. Goes, guess who it is. Tells him, and the guy goes, we're waiting for it. Gets dead quiet, and you hear him go, damn. Cool, I guess, man. Yeah. And he goes, let's get this chatter. Hangs up the phone.
Let's get this.
And it's
cheddar.
just dead silence, and my manager goes, oh, man, I thought that was going to go different. I went, your boy's going to get his ass kicked. He goes, probably.
Oh no.
Wow.
Awesome. It's just-
When you got to fight
Dude,
a
I'll
giant,
never. When I got the Crocop fight, I was jumping around the gym telling everyone ever.
And then you start getting nervous shits
Oh,
the next
my
day.
God,
Just
can't
like,
sleep
I
at
gotta
night.
fight that guy.
what was the
Start
fight you were
watching
the most nervous for?
Nogueira? No, you were cocky for that
Too
one.
cocky for
yeah.
Nogueira. I don't know. That's a good question. Honestly, probably one of the earlier ones, Chris Tushisher or Chase Gormley. I was so nervous for those. I don't know.
Let's
Hold.
hold. Holding.
Nervousness. Bring me back to
Holding.
nervousness. Sweaty
Yeah.
palms.
Oh man, nervous shit.
Anyway.
Skylar, you'd have to suck down to 55.
Yeah, I could suck down to 55.
Yeah.
If you were
think so.
training eating right every day, you'd be a 55er.
That's what I always said. Because I walk around, I was telling you guys off air, but I'll let it out. without some pretty dense bones.
Yeah.
I walk around at a solid 180.
Well, for your role though, they want you to.
They were just saying. Well, I just spoke to the creator yesterday, and he told me to because my guy's supposed to be, and he actually has a bit of a metamorphosis throughout the series, so he wants somewhere to go. I end up kind of having my own political aspirations on the show. So he wants me to start off real ill-fitted and just completely like neurotic and overthinker and maybe
So you can just
stress
eat
eater.
whatever you want.
I was thinking
That's
that. And I
dope.
started doing that
Do it.
yesterday. Had a bunch of nachos
Yeah.
and then tacos.
Yeah.
And then thought, hey man, still got to be on camera. What am I doing? I'm like, because I also have some other things going on right after Graves that I know I'm not going to be able. I can't go too far off the wagon.
You
Bro,
can't be Robert De Niro in Raging Bull.
Exactly.
Brendan would love a role where we're like, hey,
If they're like, hey, Schaub, we need you to play Pablo Escobar. We need you to get a gut. Cool.
Cool.
could you get that right away?
No.
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 You're too vain. You'd be pissed off.
Well, I've turned down photo shoots before because they didn't give me enough heads up.
Oh yeah.
I need at least 6 weeks.
Brendan gets super
I need
insecure
6
about
weeks, man.
It's so funny how you get insecure about your
I
body.
need 6 weeks.
Yeah, you're always like fluctuating within like a solid place. It's like I have the same thing too. It's like people don't even realize, but hey, it's really weird. I notice when I'm feeling a little bloated, people like, people give you a pat on the back, but people always like hit me in the belly.
Oh, that's the
Really?
You know what I mean? It's very like,
Well, no,
it's kind of them holding up a mirror.
Yeah, or what they do is my friends or family go, "You look tired."
Oh,
I'm like, no, I'm just out of shape.
yeah. But
How
we're
about- how about
we're
my-
women because we're like
Yeah.
that. We're
How about my
women.
wife?
It's the
when-
business we're in. That's
Yeah.
what it does to you, except for Callen.
We're in Tahiti, or we were in some Dominican Republic, and I've been working out a lot, and I'm looking at my body in the mirror, and with my shirt off, and I go, you know what the problem with me is? And she goes, your arms are too thin. And I went, hi, that's exactly what I was thinking, and I was like, holy shit that you could fill in the blanks. How dare you be honest with me? How dare
Arms
you?
too thin, no chest. What?
Hey,
Too honest.
Yeah, bro.
How about you say you're just too
Nothing.
muscular?
Yeah.
What if she broke you
Nothing.
down, just like your material's getting stale?
Well, my joke is that she's got the long, like Nordic legs and stuff. My joke is I feel like a refugee. Every time we have sex, I feel like a refugee on a work visa. You know what I mean? I'm like, here, I'm just here. having
Arms
sex.
too thin. Your Kermit arms, Brian? I guess. I had a
damn it.
girlfriend I was dating forever, and I was getting ready for a combine, or it was a pro day, CU pro day. All this pressure. There's fucking 25 NFL scouts there, and I lay out my uniform, what I'm going to wear the next day. I'm so excited, going to the NFL, whatever, trying out for it. And I was dieting and training like crazy, and then I put it on, and I look at my girlfriend, and right at this exact moment, I knew she wasn't the one. I go, what do you think? Would you take me? And she goes, got a little bit of a tummy on you.
Oh no!
You.
I was all...
Dude, even when you play football, your outfit was everything. You pay attention.
Oh, everything.
You are such
Everything.
He's so into fashion.
Yeah.
Like for me, as far as
I
go,
fired that girl, by the way.
Oh,
I
for sure.
fired her.
You
might
so
be
that's
dead.
so you don't break up with
Fired.
Oh, you just
I
fired.
went, oh, you're fired. Thank you for ruining my
You're
confidence.
fired from a.
I
For a
love that.
huge day.
I love that
For a
expression.
huge day.
Yeah.
That's
Fuck her.
hilarious.
She's out.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, my feelings were hurt.
Yeah, but you
Oh,
were
my feelings
right.
hurt.
You were right. You're not gonna be on my side when I'm at the pinnacle of how I feel. How are you gonna be when
Here's my
I need
question.
you?
Here's my question for you, as I take this down pretty low.
Down. Let's take
Now,
this
are
down.
you the kind of person that then ran faster or ran slower because of that comment?
Faster.
There you go, dude.
Yeah, I took it as motivation.
He does
So
well
like
with
that-
And then
discomfort.
I had an eating disorder, and I
Oh,
still do.
oh, interesting.
Some might say I purge.
Oh, okay. I hear you.
And I still do.
I still do.
You might just be bulimic.
Brian and I might do a Naked and Afraid episode, and
Okay.
I might already be dieting for it.
All right.
It's not smart.
Do a little feather tickle. Don't want to
Yeah.
make light of eating disorders. Don't wanna-
What can you do, man?
Those kinds of headlines are fun.
What
A
can
little
you do?
feather
I saw
just-
some guy talking shit to us because remember you're talking about that book you're reading or whatever article you're reading where women are more into guys who aren't shredded.
Yeah.
Some guy got on my Instagram. He's like, "Oh yeah, you and Schaub just make fun of shredded guys because neither one of you can get shredded. Let alone do you know girls dig it."
He's probably right.
I went on there and was like, for sure, just drink another protein shake. But then I erased it and was like, listen, man, it's an article Callen read.
Yeah,
I
that's
said,
all.
you're right. Me and Callen know nothing about being muscular.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, I don't care.
Me
about
neither.
you, sir.
Don't care.
Sir, don't care.
Just
You're right,
relax,
sir.
yeah.
You're probably right. Like ultimately, I'm probably a little jealous of our your body. Also, I don't care. Also, either do girls. Your girlfriend, I come off stage, probably likes me a little bit just because I came off stage. She doesn't.
Well,
care
she
either.
likes you because you have a talent. And listen, real quick, the problem why you might be struggling with your girlfriend is because you're writing comments on Instagram. That's
Yeah,
a red flag.
exactly.
You're getting
You know how many
mad.
you know how many comments I wrote? No.
Zero.
Yeah.
That's what I was just about to say. Like, anyone that
Zero.
writes any sort of negative, they just don't deserve anything. Like, why? I'm like, that's your avenue. I mean, to me, I just don't understand how, especially the really negative stuff. There's so much time in between pulling out your phone.
There's a lot that goes
pressing
into
reply, trying to make it fit into a clever 140 characters, pressing send, immediately not regretting it and deleting it right after. It's like, man, what are you?
Yeah, but I'll tell you what I really appreciate. You sent me this. Brendan forwarded me an email. I was talking about cows, and I go,
I'm
cows,
dropping knowledge.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm dropping knowledge, and I'm talking about basically, how much oil it takes to grow a cow. And I read an article in the New York Times about it, by Pollen. And basically it was like, you need a lot of fertilizer, synthetic fertilizer, which requires oil to grow cows. And they eat corn when they're supposed to eat grass.
We got a lot of comments.
And there's an
There-
awesome
there's
farmer.
more than just this guy.
Good. Because this awesome farmer literally goes, hey,
Yikes.
love your podcast. Just so you know, everything Callen said about farming is wrong. And he was so great. His name is, it's Baza. His name is
don't
Baza.
give out
Whatever.
his
Yeah, I
name.
won't.
Yeah, don't give
But
out his
either way, it was so great.
Jesus.
He basically said, look, corn, first of all, is a grass. First of all, also cows, maybe 10,000 years ago, they were supposed to just eat grass, but grass actually causes a lot of problems. They don't just eat corn. They eat a whole bunch of other stuff where it's a total science where they take in the amino acids and the fats. The farmers kind of know a little more than I do.
Yeah.
They kind of have taken all that shit into account, and their cows are pretty healthy. So he just went through this whole thing. So I just want to thank the guy for basically telling me, literally schooling me on the fact that I know zero about, how to grow
Where
a cow.
did you get the drop in knowledge, though? See, I assume you're exaggerating the dropping knowledge.
No.
Because every drop in knowledge
Yeah.
you do, we get that.
Oh,
so
of
I don't know
course.
who to believe. I don't know whether to believe the email.
Well,
we
he's
get.
a farmer.
I don't know who
Look.
to believe Callen.
Take it from a listener and a fan and a friend. Okay. If you listen to this podcast and you love the two of you like I do, you know that anything you say should be taken with a grain of
course.
salt.
That's true.
Of
With
course,
both of us,
of
yeah.
course.
Yeah.
But what he was saying, I read by Michael Pollan, who wrote from calf to steak. It was a New York Times magazine. It was a great article on how we grow. He followed a calf all the way to when it becomes a steak, and he did his research, and he was drawing broad strokes. When this farmer basically said, "Hey, Bryan, it's a little more complicated. We're farmers. We know that. It'd be like kind of going, fighting is just cage fighting. It's like when my mother talks about these guys get in there all muscular and they just
Sure.
punch each other in the face.
Dude, how
It's
can
a
you tell me
little
it's
more
not fixed, man?
complicated.
It's
Yes.
fixed. It's like,
a little
oh,
more
man.
complicated. So I'm guilty of oversimplifying something in dropping knowledge. And I really appreciated this farmer who gave me 3 paragraphs. He was like, well, where do I start? It's really complicated, but here's basically a couple things you should know.
Sure.
Which
The
is
fans
we
are
don't
so funny, man. You're not getting away with anything.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that lets you know you need to step your drop in knowledge game up.
I do, but
You gotta do some
How much
research.
time do you have? For example, I listened to this TED talk about how when you send a text message,
Wait, is this dropping knowledge right
you
now?
know what? Can you sing us in?
Dropping knowledge with the kid.
Boom.
Dropping knowledge with the kid.
Ooh, he's good.
It's amazing how he
It
can
is
just do that just
good.
like that. God damn it! I don't even feel like dropping knowledge.
All right.
No,
Do you
go
know-
now,
do
Callen.
you
No,
know-
please. We've been waiting for it.
Well, I'll actually, it's going to lead into something, a bigger question, but when you send a text message from one iPhone to another, or when you use WhatsApp, do you know that people cannot break into that? People cannot actually, even foreign intelligence services, according to this guy on TED.com, even foreign intelligence services actually have a really hard time and basically can't hack into that encrypted technology. Now, and he said, a lot of companies are trying, a lot of governments are trying to say, hey, let us get in there.
My boys on the dark web disagree, I think.
I was
Oh,
about
the
to
dark
say.
web.
No,
The dark web's a
people
good
have
example.
broken into the iPhone.
Well, but apparently, the dark web's amazing because that's another thing that's really hard to, that's a whole different thing.
I don't even know about the dark web.
The dark,
you don't want to,
dude.
It's
dark. The dark web is going mainstream. The dark web is starting to go mainstream. That's really
Ashley
where you
Madison accounts.
Yeah, that's where you can be
they've
totally
hacked
anonymous.
Into iPhones.
They've hacked into iPhones, but apparently,
not the messages.
Yeah, apparently, when you send a text, if I send a text from my iPhone to your iPhone, they can't. There's no way for them to somehow intercept that. And the same thing with WhatsApp. So here's the question: what if terrorists use it now? And so foreign governments are saying they're going to companies that create this and going, give us
not terrorists use Snapchat.
Give us some back doors into this. And one of the things that Edward Snowden was saying was that when he was at the NSA, he realized that there were a lot of programs that, for example, the NSA was working with corporations saying, let us help you with your encrypted technology. And behind their backs, according to Snowden, they were building back doors where they could actually get in and access their servers.
The problem with that, they say it's to track terrorists, but then we found out they were tracking
everyone.
Exactly.
This is generation surveillance. Like
right.
I don't even.
And I don't think.
Nothing's safe.
And I think it should be safe. And I think there should be a place for privacy. And
what about how do you stop the terrorists though?
Well, that is the big question. But I don't think you stop terrorists by taking
Maybe
our liberties away. I don't trust the government. I don't trust the NSA.
No, of course not.
I don't trust any government agency.
We've all seen 24.
Yeah.
I mean,
look, these aren't bad people. The NSA is not bad people, but I don't trust any big bureaucracy who is in charge of listening to everything I say. I don't know when my rights are going to be needed. I don't know when I'm going to want my privacy.
Right.
I want my privacy.
Yeah, I don't.
But
care.
you just because the thing is like it's like
you think you don't care. If you want to give a giant agency.
What can they get from Brendan Schaub?
I don't know in 10 years. I don't know, but I know that they have. If there is technology to access everything that you talk about and everything that you say to anybody at any time.
Look,
and I think there should be safeguards against that.
I agree.
Yeah.
But
what helps me sleep at night on that thought is that and this might be a simple idea, but I think it's look. What is the government really gonna want with my texts? You know what I mean? They can I just think that it's let them have everything so they can catch the bad guys. And I don't think they're going to really be.
George Washington said that you have to be careful when you have a republic because people will create laws that take their own freedoms away from them. And that is very true. And remember, tyranny starts always, if you listen to any tyrant, they always started by saying, I'm doing this for the people. And this is for your own safety because we're fighting an enemy.
So you think we should just let it go? You don't think there should be any?
Oh, I think there should obviously be surveillance. The question is, to what degree? The real question is this. You have to ask yourself, the debate should start this. To what degree do you want the government able to access your life? What should you be allowed to keep private?
Access, though? What are they doing with access?
I don't know.
Yeah, and whatever they say they're gonna do, there's gonna be other agencies or they're gonna be doing other sketchy shit. So it's there's so much we don't know that I'm like, whatever, man.
The problem is there's some instances, according to Snowden and according to
Did you see that documentary by the way?
According to the New York Times and stuff, some instances where even the chairman of the Foreign Intelligence Committee, even the people in Congress who are supposed to have civilian congressional oversight didn't know and weren't told about some of the things that the NSA was doing. I have a problem with that, and I think all of us should. I think that any agency, human beings, forget an agency, human beings have a tendency to want power over other human beings. I don't care what anybody says. History would suggest that. And you've got to have checks and balances. And when you have, but really, again, the question becomes, it's not about being left or right. It's not even about that. It's about to what degree do you want the government controlling your life?
Sure.
And to what degree do you want the government knowing about your life?
Now, what are you going to do to actually, that's the thing. It's what do you do? Where do you start?
You're not going to do.
You're making up a great point.
You start with the Constitution, and you end with the Constitution in a lot of ways. That's very important.
There you go.
All right.
It is.
Well, I wasn't challenged. Hey.
There you go.
I checked out of this a while ago. I just kind of.
I've been checked out.
You shouldn't check out.
You're honestly, you're bringing up a good point. I have no argument against that.
Yeah.
I just don't even. It's so fucking above my head, and there's just so much shit I know I don't know that I kind of just plead.
But wait a minute. But see, that's when you have to come back to what makes this a strong republic. You've got to come back to
vote.
You've got to come back to first principles.
Keep talking about it, though.
First principles: freedom, individual liberty. Very important.
I agree.
And who governs the governor? Who governs the government? Who's oversight?
Jesus.
Government for the people, by the people.
Only God can judge, right?
For the people, by
There's
the people.
no
of the
I in
people.
team, you know.
There just isn't win.
It's interesting how we all check out. Let's get back to comedy show.
Yeah.
Man.
All I have are these damn Nepalese coins. You know what movie that's from?
Hold on.
Something about Mary.
Yes! I'm so proud of you, dude.
I was gonna say Raiders of the Lost Ark.
No, see.
Sorry.
No, it's Matt Dillon
Old,
getting over
yeah.
on Cameron Diaz.
Damn, all I have is these Nepalese
And
coins.
the scene is they're golfing.
Yep.
They're at a driving
we get
range.
it. Yes,
Driving
we get it.
range.
You got the
Yeah,
reference.
I love the
Jesus.
movie.
Yeah, so great, though.
By the way,
movie.
was that in your top 10 funniest movies of all time?
Saw it with my pops.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw it in my
Awkward.
phone.
Awkward at that age because I think it came out in like 1996.
Yeah. Oh,
97.
it's so weird that we both saw that movie with our parents.
I don't know. My dad was like dying laughing. I was like real embarrassed. I remember.
Why were you embarrassed?
You're young, man. You're with your dad. It's
Yeah.
like sex, and he's
Yeah.
jacking off, and he has cum hanging off his ear.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
right. That's right.
I remember.
Classic movie.
Yeah, I didn't know the
Classic.
word "cum" at that time, and I thought, and my buddy Robbie was talking about it in middle school with me, and he's like, or younger, because no, I knew cum in middle school.
I was like 13.
But yeah, no, he said something like, he was like, yeah, when he had like the tum on his ear, I was like, yeah, dude, the tum on his ear. I thought it was called tum.
Dude,
for like
I
a
was
solid
older
week.
than you guys by far, and I remember my grandmother retelling the story in Something About Mary when he's got the cum, in his hair.
Yeah.
And she was laughing so hard at telling the story, and I was like, it was so awkward. I was like, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
But she was dying. She's like, and then she thought it was good. And I was just like, oh, I don't want to get involved in this talk with my grandma.
There's a lot of grandma like nudity in that one, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Grandma
what else you got,
nudity.
Ev?
What else? Should we go to current events? What do you got, Ev?
It's a little light today since we've done 3 shows already this week and it's only Thursday. So it's tough to come up with a ton of current
Let's
events.
make up some news.
We never stop.
I'm sure you can find some.
NFL season starts today.
Okay.
Pat's
Steelers.
Steelers tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a big NFL guy?
Yeah, of course I am. I mean, I'm a Jet fan, so I actually think this is going to be a decent year for them.
You do, even though Geno Smith broke his jaw.
Yeah, but
You guys might be better
we
without
still got
him.
Mr. Fitzpatrick.
And you got
the Harvard
Marshall
grad.
now.
Yeah.
And you got Revis, Darrell Revis.
Yeah, Derek Revis is good.
Yeah.
And Cromartie. So we basically gone back to 2010.
2010, you guys still weren't very good.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you got
I
a new
mean,
coach.
I mean, we thought like with Brady being out, it would like give us a little bit of
Wrong.
a leg up. Yeah, but listen, this is the Jet season always. Come out with some sort of a 500
God,
record.
it's a tough team to
tough.
root for.
It's tough, man. All my teams are tough except the Mets, which are killing it these days.
Yeah. Rex Ryan. I was a Rex Ryan fan.
Yeah, but if you're a Jet fan, you were a Rex Ryan fan for about 2.5 of those
Then you're
years,
ready
and then you were
To
just
see
like.
him go.
And
Did
honestly,
you see him
like,
cry on sports, Real Sports?
no.
Interviewing him, they asked him about the Jets.
Yeah.
He started crying.
Really?
Meanwhile,
so
he's trying
upset
to
the way it
kill
went
us, though.
down.
He like took. I think he took that guy that sucker punched Gino right away. He's like, "We'll take him."
signed him, yeah.
I mean, he just.
He's a hell of a coach.
Do
Yeah.
you
He just
think
never
he,
has
do you think he
offense.
did that because the guy was a great player, or because it was a fuck you to the Jets?
100% fuck you to
Is
the
that
Jets.
right?
Yeah, that's
He's a
totally
third
Rex
string
Ryan.
linebacker.
Damn.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
a
yeah.
beast, man.
He's a beast.
They got a team too.
Oh yeah, they're good.
They're gonna beat the shit out of the Jets.
So why
for
did
sure,
why did
but,
he
like,
start
you
crying? Just because he had
He didn't like that. He loved the Jets and the way it went down. Like he thought he was gonna be there forever. You know,
Damn.
Well, I mean, those AFC.
You gotta
know,
win.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to win.
The 2 playoff runs were great with Sanchez, but then a butt fumble later, and now you're like, all right, well, because the first thing they do is fire the coach. And they should have fired him earlier, but it was so much backpedaling they had to do with Rex Ryan that they gave him like more chances
I
than
agree.
he really
He's
had.
a great defensive
Absolutely.
coordinator, but
This new guy we got, it's good.
I'll tell you know who my underdog pick is this season. Who's gonna surprise a lot
Texans.
of people? No, I don't think
Okay.
they're gonna be very good.
Okay.
Their defense is gonna be good.
Just
Their
been
offense
watching
is gonna
Hard
be terrible.
Knocks, so I'm like kind of a
Right?
believer. Yeah,
I watch Hard Knocks. I'm
Yeah.
an instant fan of the
Instantly.
team. Like
Yeah.
last year was Atlanta. I'm like, damn, Atlanta's gonna be good. Listen, if you're on Hard Knocks though, you usually suck. Only
Yeah.
shitty. They only ask teams under I think 500. to do
Why
Hard
is that?
Knocks.
Really? Because there's more drama.
The big teams aren't gonna do it.
Yeah.
Big teams like, no, we're good, man.
They're
We're
not gonna.
doing shit
You think
here.
Belichick's gonna want to let you into his camp?
No way.
But
I'll tell you who's my underdog.
Yeah, who?
My dark horse is the Raiders
Oh yeah,
with Carr and
they
with
got that
Cooper.
star.
And then they have my boy Justin Tuck.
Yeah, sure.
And then they have freaking Mack, the rookie last year.
But who's
and
that- is
then
that-
they're about to sign another big name dude.
Okay. Oh, you know things. Okay, so you're not going to tell me, but you'll tell me off air.
I'll tell you off air.
Cool.
They're my underdogs. 'Cause I think
that's a great
Denver's going to hate me because I'm obviously from Denver. I think Denver's getting old and they don't have the offense anymore. And I think Raiders are going to be good, man.
Yeah, I think that'll be great, and hopefully they'll come to L.A.
I would love it.
That'd
for
be
a
fucking
team,
awesome, huh?
What's the last football game you went to? I can get us dope tickets to UCLA game.
Okay.
Amazing
I want to be out.
tickets.
You can get us on the field, right?
100%.
100%. I'd like to do that.
That's
We
great.
need to go to a big time college game.
That'd be fun.
I think UCLA plays. Oregon would be good.
Oh, that'd be great.
Arizona State would be good.
They're gonna lose to all of them,
Stanford
but
would
yeah.
be good.
Call
It's
me.
tough
Count me.
games. Tough games.
Yeah.
We'll
count
pick
me
one,
in.
the three of us to go.
See, they're playing against Ohio State. That should be a good one.
Ohio
No,
State's
I'm
my
kidding.
squad. Yeah, that's tough.
They're good. That's my dad's squad. Like,
Is it?
Always,
Yeah.
yeah, through and through.
I love football. I can't get enough football. Actually.
Football's great.
I'm psyched to watch. We
You
gotta get some
guys
games.
actually, I
Yeah,
gotta.
we'll pick a game
You know,
together.
I always bring up my brother on The Fighter and the Kid.
He listens to the show, right?
Yeah,
How come he's
religiously.
never
What?
comes
By
out?
the way, what a
He's
great guy.
going to.
Came to my show in New York. What a great
He's
guy.
the best,
Yeah.
huh?
guy?
Great kid.
Brandon, you would love him. I mean, like, he's like me, but better.
How old is he?
He's 24, 25 these
All
days.
set on Friends.
All
Unless he
right.
has a private
Well,
jet.
Especially at that age. But
Well,
he's-
but he'll
unless
give
he
you
has a
so much
private
validation,
jet.
though, and laugh at everything you say.
I'll take it.
yeah,
I
yeah,
need a guy like
yeah.
he had to go somewhere. He took a picture and he ran to something. but that
His
was-
birthday.
That's what it was.
It was his birthday?
Yeah, he missed his birthday so he could meet Callen.
What a
guy's
great
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He's 24?
Anyway,
Love that kid.
Can he
24,
for
yeah.
sure figure out his age?
Yeah, I know, it's bad,
Can
huh?
he sing or do anything
Oh, he's
like
great,
he can?
yeah.
He can sing?
Yeah, but he's got all that raw talent. You know what I mean? He's like never done anything with it, so he'll just like randomly we'll be like, at some like party or something like that, and he'll just bust out like the most amazing tenor version of like Roger and Rent.
Really?
And it's just like Jesus, because you can hear my voice kind of in
He's
his.
on
It's just
trained,
less
though.
trained. Yeah, but he's just. I mean,
Your brother's like the Jamarcus Russell singing. Like he has all the talent. It just never came through.
yeah. But I'm about to throw him under the bus.
I just
and,
did. Sorry.
And
Love you, man.
Yeah.
All set on Friends though. Actually, full capacity.
Yeah, he's the best. But and I know you're gonna check out of this one because I know you hate fantasy football. So full disclosure, it's about fantasy football.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay,
Give me his list. I help people. with
it's not
fantasy football.
about the team. It's worse than that.
Okay.
So last year I schooled the league. I destroyed it and won, and it was like I was pretty much undefeated. I think I lost one game.
How much did you win?
$0.
Oh,
so here we
amazing.
go.
That makes sense to do
Here we
that.
go. So
I knew that, by the way.
So that's the point. So they're all like freshly out of college kind of, and they all are like, yeah, you make like a good living. I'm not going to pay this now. So we never got the money early.
sense.
So yeah, and it was fine. I never said anything about it. They're all like my younger brothers. So, I've been kind of busy, but I was like, hey man, when's the draft rolling around? He goes, oh yeah, man, we already drafted.
They didn't tell you.
I was fucking kicked out of the league as the winner.
They don't want you in there anymore.
And they're
man.
like, and there's these two twins
not
named the
right.
Rutsteins, and they had the same team. But they're very competitive, so they wanted to separate. And it's like
it's all full now, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I literally got kicked out of the league. They're like, yeah, dude, you were too good.
You're
You
out of
have
the
too
cool
much
kids
money.
club.
Like I was so.
Well, it's not fun if you win. You know what I'm saying? Because you're happy. What's it mean to you?
Hey, but don't
You're
you think
rich
the
as
winner
shit.
would get like definitely the number one spot?
Now I'm with them. I'd kick you out for sure and
All
have fun
right.
with my boys, especially if you're destroying them.
All right, well,
They
definitely not
rigged
gonna
the
like.
game, though.
So you're into
Not gonna repost your dumb flag football picture on Instagram now, Weissman.
Forget the repost, you little
Yeah.
bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck not sharing.
me paid
not
for your
sharing in
pizza
the
these
luster
days.
that is
Yeah.
Skylar Astin's.
Yeah. I
got
raised
that?
those
social media
kids.
pool.
You got that?
Sorry, I missed it.
that?
I was trying to.
I was trying to help
Damn
you
it!
out.
I
'cause
know.
knew
I
you
was.
didn't have it.
I know.
But you kept going.
Damn it! You could tell.
God damn
I was like,
it.
good luck sharing in the
And then
luster
I
that is
talked over you. I was like,
Skylar
yeah.
Astin's social media.
Back to the
pool.
Raiders.
Shit.
Anyways, them Raiders.
Damn it! I was trying to think of a good social, like, good luck basking. I started talking.
It's over.
Wait, let me try to see if I can
kill
make it
the-
better. Good luck, Weissman, basking in the luster that is Skylar Astin's social media glory.
There you go. All right.
Sell
Not really, not
me
really.
and Bryan why we should play fantasy football.
It's just another reason to watch football on Sundays. I mean, if you don't give a shit about, like, the Falcons playing the fucking Raiders for some weird reason, because you're just Patriots fan or something like that, then it gives you a reason because you got this guy from that team and this guy from that team.
So I'll be invested in every game if I play fantasy football.
and I get the Red Zone Network. I
have it, too, yeah.
So, you're a real you watch camps. You don't
Yes.
need fantasy football. But for anyone like me, it's like when the Jets start shitting the bed, then at least I know I'm 8-0 or 7-1, and I got I get to watch Peyton Manning, and it's the best when I hate the Patriots because I'm a Jets fan, so it's the best when I never draft any Patriots on my team because I can't root for them. And I used to always do the thing where I draft some Jets, but no, sorry,
bad idea.
So what happens
Keller,
when a
you're
player?
not going to be my tight end, but
Chad Pennington can't use you this year.
Hey,
Yeah,
come on, Vic.
Yeah.
But you always try to do it like you're throwing a bone at your friends, but you're fuck that.
They have
I'm
no idea.
trying to win.
Yeah.
Trying to win. And
You feel bad about
they
it.
wouldn't care. You know what I mean?
I have no idea how it works.
Yeah.
I have zero idea
So,
how it works.
all right. So this is going to be great for all the listeners.
give us
who-
the lowdown
Yeah,
because
okay.
we take shit because I talk shit
I
about
know.
fantasy football, and
I
then
know.
we're sponsored by DraftKings.
Exactly, DraftKings.
DraftKings. That's the next. 'Cause you and I just shit on fantasy football, and I'm like, hey, all you fantasy players out there, get to DraftKings right now
Yeah,
for
you
your
can
daily
win.
But
fantasy
you
sports.
can win money.
Yeah, that's true. You always talk about the bagajillion dollars that
A
they talk
bagillion.
about. Okay, here's basically what fantasy football is. All of the and there's different kind of draft methods, but this is the easiest one, like a Yahoo Sports or something like that. All the players, the big time players, get thrown in a pool essentially, and you and your buddies sign up through Yahoo or CBS Sports or something like that. And you come up with dumb team names that are all inside jokes with your buddies, and then they kind of do a snake situation. They pick the order at random. So let's say I have fourth pick, so it'll go 1, 2, 3.
There's a
my
draft.
Pick, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then it'll come back around
Yeah.
for the next round, and you just do that consecutively for about 15 rounds.
And you pick what? Just the main.
You want to get a
positions?
good running back or wide receiver. That's typically.
What about quarterback?
Some people do. My buddy took Aaron Rodgers first round, which was dumb.
Why is that dumb, though?
Because they just don't put up as many. Depending on what
It's
your
points,
league's
right?
regulations and the point system is, generally it's a running back league.
And then you pick one defense.
It's if I ever had to pick a Marshawn Lynch over an Aaron Rodgers, it's Marshawn Lynch.
Ooh.
Yeah. But that's because he can go in there for 4 touchdowns.
Does
and that's
anyone in here play fantasy football besides
Okay,
Skylar?
but
you play?
having the beard? You agree with me on the running back wide receiver situation? It's not always an absolute.
Yeah, it just depends what league you're in.
Who did
Exactly,
you
the rule
draft?
structure.
Who did
Exactly.
you draft, Ev?
This year, I'm not too happy with my team.
How many teams in your league?
15?
What?
Is that a big pool?
That's pretty big. No.
Yeah, something like
Just
that.
give us your number one.
Oh, so he's just
just give what was your
I
number
got
one draft?
Calvin Avery's my number 3 running back. I mean,
Yeah.
you can when you're in a
No,
big
I took
league.
I took LaShawn McCoy first.
Yeah, so
That's a
your
good
leagues-
pick.
Yeah.
I got LaShawn McCoy.
What happens if he gets injured?
Gronkowski.
I was gonna
You
say.
got backups. You have so many backups. You do several rounds.
I took
Okay.
Arian Foster.
It's
too.
a lot.
But
Hold
so
on to that one.
then your
Hey,
team
for
with all
sure
these
do
different
something
flavors.
Better with your time,
Wait,
fellas.
But it's honestly not that bad. You know what's fucking nuts? Fantasy baseball. Because that has so many. You have
Put
to
me
update-
down like a racehorse.
I'm exhausted already.
For football, you just update. Once you do the draft, the draft is a thing, but you do it with your bar, right?
Baseball?
Yeah,
you know
man.
how boring
So
that
so
is?
your
Yeah,
team
man.
your
Is there
team
fantasy tennis?
I don't know. Maybe. These days
so,
there's
so
fantasy
your
everything.
team scored so every time Marshawn
hear
Lynch
that.
scores in real
You know what I
life, and if you have Marshawn Lynch, so every time Marshawn Lynch scores in real life,
get
and
points.
you get points.
Yeah, not only scores. I mean yards. Sometimes some leagues do each carry gets a point or something like that.
Why would you? So then, but also, what about your linemen and your defensive
You don't
ends?
draft linemen, but you do draft a defense slash
Oh,
special
I'll
teams.
take the Denver Broncos for my defense.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so every time they get a sack or special teams, sometimes they do some if they run it back for a touchdown.
there's
some
also-
leagues-
Yeah, but if Marshawn Lynch scores against the Bengals and you have the Denver Broncos as a defense, how do you factor that in?
that makes no
There's
sense.
nothing to
Yeah,
do
you just
with
get the
it.
money.
You
For, you
don't
get
know
to get the money. You get the
football.
points for Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, I know, but why would you care about defense then if Marshawn Lynch
You
is scoring
only
on
care
other
about your own
defenses?
defense and the defense you're playing against. You are matched up with one team a week. Everyone's just Snoozeville.
What?
Right
I'm
now.
trying
They're
to figure out how to
he's
work.
explaining to a 50-year-old.
He's all, wait. If Peyton Manning throws a touchdown, why do I care if the kicker in the Dolphins is kicking extra points?
No, what I'm
so
saying,
random.
No, what I'm saying is that
So random.
you have the Denver Broncos as your defense, right?
Okay,
Right,
let's
and
say
then
you
the
do.
Toronto Argonauts score, and then you get points.
Okay.
Yes.
Brian, are you thinking of a scenario where your quarterback is playing
Your
against your
defense.
defense?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
have
that
Peyton
sucks.
Manning and you have the Seahawks, and Manning puts a touchdown in, how does that affect your defense or your points system
Correct.
in general, right?
That's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes some shit contradicts itself. Sometimes
Yeah.
your quarterback will throw to a receiver that you're playing against. That happens from time to time, and it cancels itself out.
Okay, but here's a bigger question. So if you have the Denver Broncos, they have the best defense, and they allow the least number of yards. Does that play into a factor? Does
If
that
Walter
count?
Payton scores on his defense,
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Let me just say something in generality. There's a lot of times when you're cheering, you cheer for the most random shit. It's like you start screaming because the Bears ran it in. You're like, oh fuck, it wasn't Forte. Like because you only care about very little things.
you only
You're
care
like,
about that player
Okay.
for your
Yeah.
team.
Yeah. So
Wow.
if
you
Wayne
have a team-
Corbett
Wow.
is returning a kick.
Jeez, that's
If
really.
Steve Tasker takes a kickoff back, do I lose points?
Yeah, well, that all sounds way.
Right? Horrible.
So if
Yeah,
Jamie is Willie Beeman,
Life's a little too.
a
Life's too short
bomb.
for fantasy
if
football.
Al Pacino goes for 2, do I win?
If a
points?
cheetah's running at 100 miles an hour and a train, I don't. Yeah, life seems a little short for fantasy football, but God bless you. And
DraftKings
Hey, DraftKings, all your daily fantasy sports.
we just lost a sponsor.
went up to a gajillion dollars. No, because DraftKings is a whole other thing, by the way. You could do such different shit on DraftKings. You don't have to be in a league. You could go week to week and just play for that week, go head-to-head with strangers.
Can I draft the Boz on DraftKings?
You could draft anyone you want. You could draft
Can
the
I
entire
get Steve
Chicago
Largent
Bears.
on DraftKings?
Yeah, 1982
Either way,
Bears.
you can win big prizes on DraftKings.com.
We'll do the official read for him, I'm sure. What else you got, Help? Boy, fantasy really took us down a weird bunny hole, didn't it? Hey, and guess what? Makes me not want to ever play.
Okay, fine. So glad I wasted my fucking time.
That's just
glad-
Callen. So confused. That was worth it.
So confused.
So
I'm
if
so
the
confused.
72 Dolphins
Yeah.
stop them, do I get points? No, Callen, you don't.
So Finkel is Einhorn?
Barbara Streisand.
What do you got next, Ev? I'm taking your job, Schaub. Hold.
What if you did?
I don't know if anyone knows, but there's a Floyd Mayweather fight this weekend.
I know, Andre Berto.
You know what? Did you see Floyd got? I'm surprised this is one of your current events. Have you see Floyd got caught using a banned IV before the Pacquiao fight?
I did not.
Wait,
Really?
Was it water?
Is everyone from America in here? He was rehydrating with like electrolytes, vitamins. But according to their testing, you're not allowed to do it. But he got a exemption from another commission who said he could do it. It's stupid.
That's dumb,
People
but-
think he's doing stuff. I think he's just rehydrating.
Yes.
Yeah, they always say that that's like a way to flush.
It was
out
like
shit.
breaking news. It's like breaking news. Floyd Mayweather gets caught taking an IV before the Pacquiao fight, and this commission didn't allow him to do it. And of course, Victor Conte jumps on it. He's like, "Oh, this is what
he
he's trying to
loves
do."
it, yeah.
Bro, we know you want attention.
We get
Back
it, we
off.
get it.
Floyd's good, man.
From the guy who distributed steroids to
everyone. As far in regards
Hey,
to
snitch. Chill out.
you're a rat,
Yeah.
And now,
Chill
now he's
out.
working for them, but
course.
he says he still has his foot in the dark, in the underground,
Of
because he wants to
course.
know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm sure they
He
trust
can't
him
be
these days.
trusted.
Right.
Can't be trusted. But as far as Floyd Berto, hey man, terrible fight.
Yeah.
Lowest tickets ever. One of the lowest tickets ever. Floyd Mayweather fight. Thing is not sold out. You can still get
That's
tickets
so
right
crazy.
now. They had the idea that it should have been on free TV just for Floyd to give back after that Pacquiao.
Well, they're also saying
They
that
should
he
do it
should
on
he
Fight
should have fought
Pass.
Amir Khan. They say that would have been at least a better fight, but I don't know.
there's a lot of guys.
There's a
that
couple.
fight.
There's a couple out there. That
There's
are
a
better
bunch
fights.
that had better fights. Definitely more risky fights for him.
Yeah.
He picked.
Could
that.
he ever fight Gennady? Is Gennady too big for him?
Way too big.
Way too big, right?
Way too big.
He's like.
And this
20,
is supposedly
30
his
pounds
last
heavy.
fight, but I think he'll do one more with Pacquiao.
Well, he
Do it
wants to
with Ronda, you
beat. I
think
think he
they'll
wants
do
to
the Ronda
break
fight?
Rocky
The
Marciano's record.
Floyd Ronda fight.
Right?
That's so weird.
It's so funny when
They're like thumb wrestling over Twitter, and it's just like breaking headlines. Ronda says again she would beat him, and Dana confirms.
Yeah,
It's like Floyd says, "I don't know who you are," and she says, "Read a book," and he says, "I already read a book. It's my bank account," and she's like, "Bank account, schmank account, dork face," and they're like, "Dude, that's got to be."
she's all
on SportsCenter."
technically I make more per second than you do,
Yeah.
and he's like, well, I made 200 million. So
Yeah.
relax.
Yeah.
And I'm facing the best of the best.
Yeah, and he's in many ways the greatest boxer of all time.
Also,
Boxing's been around a long.
You're
long
both so
time.
different.
It's not even the same sport.
Wait,
Not
wait.
same
It's a
sport.
different sport.
Yeah.
It's a
Be like Tom
literally a
Brady
different
being
sport.
like, Serena Williams, I'll take you.
I think the reason why Dana White even entertains it because it brings attention to the UFC, especially when it comes to Floyd Mayweather.
Totally.
It's fucking silly.
It's truly completely different
For
sport.
sure, don't send that as a fan question, though, huh? Because we have a ban on talking about any of that on here. What else you got, Ev?
Last one. We'll get weird. This is really simple. A mother in London decided it was a good idea to give her daughter, 12 bags of cocaine for her 18th birthday and take them in a limo to London. Where they got
12
caught.
bags. How much weight?
Small
was in
bags,
each
probably
bag?
small
It
bags.
was
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean,
12
definitely.
bags of cocaine.
It was
What are you guys, fucking...
5.65 grams. I don't know how much.
Is that good for
that
you,
is
Escobar?
cocaine.
I think 8 grams is an 8 ball. Is that how that works?
Hey, man.
No, I think.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know.
He gave she gave her daughter cocaine.
Yeah, at
12
18.
bags.
At
horrible.
18. Hey, Mom, usually cocaine, when you start that early, doesn't work out well for the person.
Does she say why she did it?
Because she's a
Yeah.
cokehead?
Why?
Because she wanted her to have a good time.
Hey, why would you give your daughter a stuffed toy and 12 bags of cocaine? Because she likes to party.
Yeah.
That's why. She wants to
Yeah.
party, looking for a good
Nobody
time.
said I started doing cocaine at 18 and things just really took off from there. It's never really a good thing.
Said no one ever. Although
Yeah.
there's a lot of successful people that do some devil's dandruff.
Well, like Stephen King said, there are a lot of really creative, successful people, a lot of creative and driven people that also have substance abuse problems.
Yeah.
This was equal to about 3 8 balls.
I have no idea what that is.
How many people? Hey, by the way, I'm not justifying it. I just kind of want all the facts before I weigh in.
Hey, well, does it matter? She's
No,
18
it doesn't.
doing cocaine.
It's horrible, but I'm going to be
How much-
harsher if it's worse
Hey,
for
bro,
her.
real quick. You a druggie?
No.
He's all, wait, how much did they pay for it, though? Doesn't matter.
What's
Does
it cut
not
with?
matter.
What's
I
it
just
cut
wanted to
with?
know.
What's it cut with?
Is it pure cocaina or...
Oh, that shit's Ajax. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I can give you that detail too. 87% pure.
That's
Jesus.
pretty good, I think.
I feel like that's a good number.
Listen to us.
I have no idea.
I don't either. I was like,
hey,
whoa.
This is my thing, especially you being around. You've been in Hollywood, being in the
Honestly,
business.
I'm never
you being
around
in the
cocaine.
business.
I'm
That's
never around
a
it.
lie. But the thing is no. But I'm sure you know people. Like I know people who do it, and they're perfectly fine and very successful.
You know what? I'm so out of it.
very successful.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're addicts, but every now and
They'll
then
do it
I'll
once
see
in a while.
them do it, and
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
you have an Oscar. Do what the fuck you want.
Sure.
You know, or
Yeah.
you're freaking a ridiculous athlete. Go ahead and snort that devil's dandruff.
There's a lot of snorting that goes on in Hollywood.
But you know what?
I've never
I
seen
don't
so much
see
till I
it.
get to LA.
Oh, when you
I
go
see
to,
weed a lot.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot.
when
of
you
coke.
go to a
see
party,
weed, yeah.
it's
Yeah,
usually
I mean,
if you
we're
go
no,
to
I see
California.
cigarettes.
if you go to a party
Hey,
and you hear
man.
this music,
Yeah, see, I
not
don't
Skylar
hang out there.
Astin, but if you hear, you see people, girls are always going to the bathroom.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
we
an
know what
adult.
to
I
look
know what
for.
it's
So
like.
we've
You know,
all seen Al
sometimes they
Pacino.
they don't just have the sniffles. Like, yeah, no, I know what it's
You're
like.
just not sweating for nothing.
It's just like it's not in my daily life. I wouldn't even say like it's more out here than in New York or anything like
Dude,
that.
when
I
I
don't
was
have
in
time to do
Denver, I
blow.
never saw it.
Yeah.
When I was in Denver, I
hey,
never saw
you
it.
should never do blow,
No,
man.
never.
First of all, no, and
Especially
also,
with that nose.
also I don't have time. Like, who has time to stay up? I'm gonna do blow and stay up till what? Till 6 in the morning? I just don't have the time. I actually don't. I have kids. That's not true. I'll do it. I'll do it right now. If it's
Also,
unless it's
blow
unless
doesn't
it's
keep you
90%
up
pure.
until 6 in the morning. It would be like a quick thing.
Keep doing it, my friend.
There you go.
Someone
Believe
said
me.
some long nights. It sounds like
the 80s were fun.
Guys, I've heard.
Listen, man, I never really saw it until I got to LA. Then I was at like a house party. I'm like, that's a lot of white shit on the table.
Wow.
Well, I went to a party in Canada where they were shaving blow off a brick, and the guy had a bunch of straws, and he said, "Try this." I go, "I'm good," and he goes, "Hey, you're in our place now." So this is he was from,
You're like a narc if you
he
don't.
was from Ukraine, and he goes, "No, this is our coke."
So you did
do
it.
some. And I was like, "Well, I don't want to be rude."
Sure. Sure.
And I'm
You
not
don't
going to say I did it.
disrespect
I'm just saying that it was right there, and I don't endorse cocaine use, but it was right there.
Bro, when you got a nose like me, no one's inviting you to cocaine parties. You know what I'm saying?
Here
comes the big
This
guy.
vacuum, oh, here he goes. Here comes old Fonzie over here with the nose.
Being around cocaine people they're just generally terrible. It turns you
Horrible.
into a
Well,
terrible
I don't
person.
want to get
Horrible.
crunk. I don't want my heart rate. I'm never in my life like, God, I want more energy all the time.
I know. I'm just
No.
worried my heart's going to stop. I had a doctor say, if you do cocaine and you're like past 35 years old,
Oh, yeah.
you have there's a lot of people that just
High risk?
dropped it. Yeah.
How many hard
It's not
attacks does
good
that
for
make
you.
for you? Yeah, Baker's dozen.
Baker's
Baker's
dozen.
dozen.
He's like,
Yeah.
Carry your adrenaline pump.
yeah, no, I would prefer downers. I can't even tell you the last time I was drunk.
Downers.
Yeah.
You don't drink a lot either.
I drank last night.
Okay, well,
I did. I was out with my buddies, had some margaritas. I just
did
don't
you get drunk?
Yeah, I did. I had a couple.
What was the celebration?
few.
I always ask that.
My buddy Drew was in town. Haven't seen him in years. Used to live with him, and all.
I saw the picture.
Yeah.
Old roomies. # friends forever. # never going anywhere.
Hey man, why did your eyes do that thing when you were telling that story?
Hey, you're being disrespectful about his Instagram, bro.
# friends forever. # never not talking.
It'd be funny if Brennan just came in and found out where you were and just decided to be a shover, just a big bully, and he's like, "Look at all your dumb friends."
Hey,
shove,
you would
shove.
like my friend Drew, and then you'd be like, #permanent friends, please.
I didn't get an invite.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, because we were hanging out in Silver Lake.
That is far. I don't go
Yeah.
Way
that
too
way.
far.
I don't go that way.
West to east ain't fun.
What's your buddy doing? You guys were roommates when?
About 7 years ago.
And then you got famous and left him?
No,
Let's be real here.
no.
What are they all doing now? I'll tell you what's going
They're
on.
all doing some voiceovers and stuff. They're good dudes, man. Drew's
Never
in
said they
photography.
were.
He lives in Washington now with his lady. And he came down, and he's going to start doing some photography again. We're going to do a show. Were you fighting back a yawn there while I was telling that story?
Wait, so you don't have my feeling is that you probably don't have a whole lot of dirtbag / zebras in your group, and I appreciate that.
No, because
You're
I
a
come
good
across so
guy.
many. I come across so many you know, you can't really pick who you work with sometimes when you're working for someone. So it's like I come across douchebag actors and good dudes too, and
Yeah.
good people. But
Whole
it's just
genre.
like, yeah, but basically no. I mean, I just have like very few friends.
But you were talking about it the other day.
Yeah,
We don't
man.
roll with a lot of homies.
You need your community.
Yeah,
But,
I know.
they had quality over quantity, my man.
absolutely. You guys, Abercrombie Fight Club. I'm glad to be.
You're
inducted into that.
it's very tough to
Yeah.
get in there too.
You're-
People are
you're
trying to
in.
get in all the time.
You're in, we're gonna need to see a little more of you.
Yeah, hey, I wanted to come to play volleyball that one time. I really did.
But what happened?
I
I invite,
just
you know, every
His
time we play, I
speedo, his
invite
speedo
him.
was in the.
Every time we
track
play, I
layers.
invite him.
Yeah, I know. He's busy.
No. You threw out a vague like, hey, in the summers we play volleyball all the time, and that was here.
He's the
And
worst,
then
yeah.
once you texted me, and I just was in Torrance and finished, and honestly, I had only one shirt that I sweat through, and I knew you'd
It's
be in
beach
like
volleyball.
neon and fucking.
It's beach volleyball.
And your hair would be coiffed.
Of
He also
course.
pulls
Yeah,
his shorts
and I was
up so you
tired,
can see
and I
his
would have
thighs.
looked like that, and I was a little out of shape. I didn't want to.
You were worried about it,
A little bit.
dude.
Never
Come
worry
on.
about that, dude.
We play with Will Sasso.
Yeah, yeah. You don't have to worry about it. And
No,
by the way,
I don't mean to throw
by
Will
the
under
way,
the
by the way,
bus.
nobody's
Wasn't
worse
just
than.
that, hey,
No,
hey,
it's not a bunch of models. It's not like a bunch
Yeah.
of
No,
GQ
that's
models.
not,
Like,
hold on a
ooh,
second.
it's
That's not
me.
the only reason why, but also some of the reason. But no, I was exhausted because I just did Muay Thai, and I texted you back right away. You know that thing where it's like text, 1
Back.
minute text,
I appreciate
1 minute
that.
text,
I
1 minute
appreciate
text,
that.
and I try to get back to you right away. And then I texted you, hey man, it's like 1:17 now, and you said it happens at 3. I'm in no man's land because I'm in Torrance. I'm not going to go back to Silver
you wanted to
Lake.
come chill at my
And I was
crib.
like, hey, man, what are you doing until then? Could I just come? Maybe get a fighter in the kid shirt to like have like a fresh tank?
Why, dude? Tell me.
None of
that.
us are good.
did.
None of us are good at.
And
no.
you didn't get back to me
He's
for like
he's as bad at
No, no.
organizing. We organize
No, no.
last
Let me
minute.
tell you this.
We do everything.
Let me
last
tell
minute.
you this. Be glad you didn't go. Callen missed it. Showed up at 5:00. He organized it.
Yeah.
Missed it.
Missed
And
it.
then some random guy comes up. Don't know him. Never met him. Hey, I'm here for Callen. Cool, man. Game's over. Sorry. See ya.
Yeah, I was with my
Wait,
son.
but didn't you say, oh my God, the Onic guy that I've never met,
Aubrey.
You said
Played
he's
for
a
keeps.
beast, huh?
Played for keeps.
That guy
Yeah.
seems cool, huh?
He's
beat
an
him, though.
athlete.
We
You guys
beat
had
him.
a fun time in Austin. Yeah, I know you talked about it a lot on the
No,
show.
yeah, we had a great time in
So much
Austin. It was
FOMO.
pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
bring me
Yeah,
next
you
time.
should definitely go.
You should come. You should
Bring me
come.
next
We'd have
time.
some fun.
We'll do some sketches.
You can
or
always
something.
just come with us.
Yeah.
And be our singing bard.
Bro, we need you October 1st for the live show.
I
Hate to put
know,
pressure
man,
on
but
you.
I'm
Are
gonna
you in
be-
town?
I don't
Are
know.
you
You'll
out
be
of
in
town?
Albuquerque. Albuquerque.
That's why, honestly,
The
that's
high desert.
anytime I'm sketchy, it's because I'm waiting on something I can't control. And when you're like, will you
So
do
it's
the
up in the
show?
air.
And I was like, well, at the time, I knew Graves was a thing, but I don't talk about things until it's like
I'm
announced
with you, brother.
and done.
I'm with
So I was like, yeah, if I'm in town, or else I would have been like, for sure.
No,
I'm
you said
in,
if
but
I'm in town,
I
I'm
knew
there.
there was a chance I'd be out of town, and then once I got the gig, I know that it starts. That's like exactly when I'll be getting there, like day one, like setting up my
That's
shit.
for sure.
No.
or-
No,
Okay,
shit pushes
still
all
up
the
in
time.
the air.
Still up
And then
in
we
the
have
air.
another show in November in OC.
Well, you know what happens is you make plans to go on vacation, and sometimes your shoot schedule can really screw you.
Are you trying to back out right now?
I'm not backing
Oh,
out.
you are?
I am not backing out. I'm
Oh,
just
that-
saying.
Hey, who
I'm
reposted
just
that
saying-
real quick for you?
I'm just
Yeah, you
saying.
did.
Who
ha-
didn't? Chris D'Elia.
How about Chris D'Elia? He was right. We did sell out, but hey, little support, man.
Yeah, he's like, hey.
I tweeted your special out, D'Elia.
Yeah. I mean, you guys don't even do anything for me, but I do whatever for you guys.
We'll do whatever you want.
Thanks.
I
I'm just
will.
saying.
He does
Explain
that
it. Explain
kettlebell.
to Brennan that sometimes you have plans, and the production
Yeah.
says we need this location.
I saw the
only
email
on
though.
this
I saw
day.
the email though.
All I'm saying.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
You're lying. I saw the email.
All I'm
Hey man,
saying-
I don't want to travel either. We have to go.
All I'm
Are you
saying-
really backing out?
I'm not backing out. Why are you accusing me of backing out of Costa Rica?
Well, because you're pussyfooting.
I'm not blaming the Goldbergs on anything. I'm
You
just saying.
can't trust him with
I'm-
anything.
I'm just
he
trying-
can't be trusted at all.
Yeah.
I'm just trying.
You get
to
nervous when you like put out the post. You're like, fuck, it's out there. He can't.
I don't
back
know if
out
he's going
now.
to show up.
Listen, guys.
At 48, I don't even know. I have no idea.
But this is like, you have a resurgence going on with this thing. Your shit.
No. I'm just
smells
saying,
great these
We're
days.
supposed to go to Costa Rica.
Oh,
First
that's
class
what you
tickets
might.
booked.
That's
I'm
what you might.
shooting-
I changed my flight to
Yeah.
Callen's because he told me to. Paid a lot extra money to fly first class to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm doing the Goldbergs.
Sure.
All I'm saying is explain to him that sometimes
You're not doing the Goldbergs. I saw the email.
well. All
Wait,
I'm
yeah.
saying is
What's the actual? Yeah, for sure. Sometimes schedule gets fucked by production. Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes they go, this is the only time we can get this location.
Totally.
Is this day.
But
That's all
here's
I'm
my
saying.
question: do you have a conflict, a real conflict with the Costa Rica flight?
As of now, things are fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna be fine.
Why are you trying to
He's
get
not
out
gonna-
of it?
he's not gonna
Yeah.
make it.
So non-committal.
You can't just say that.
Something
gonna
else
make
is
it.
going on.
Hey, would I leave you like that? I would never leave you hanging.
No, I don't think you would.
You're upset that you're going to get
But
in too
you'd
much trouble.
understand
There.
if something crazy does happen.
Oh no, you're
No.
setting it up.
I'm
Yeah.
not-
Oh man.
We leave next Wednesday
I know.
night.
I know.
I changed my flight. For
I know.
you,
I'm not gonna
first
let you go there
class.
alone.
Oh no.
I would never let
For
you
sure,
go.
just leave early, but don't let me fly by myself at midnight on a red eye.
Hey, I took
first
that-
class. Don't do that to
I would
me.
never do that to you.
Hey, because I have a lot going on too, don't I? Wow, is my schedule ever busy? Never been busier, but I'm gonna make it. Son of a bitch. Me and Callen's friend's exhausting.
Yeah.
I want to kill him.
No, don't.
Me and Callen got a legit fight in front of the Fox staff today.
Oh, I heard
We had a
about that.
disagreement.
No, you took on my energy.
Yeah, I did.
Because I got pissed and
then I
stormed
got
off, and then Brendan was like, "You don't just walk away from me." I could tell.
Oh wait, you guys got into a fight with each other.
No,
oh,
yeah.
yeah.
not-
oh, yeah,
I mean,
because you guys were kind of like not
Feisty.
joking around
No,
when
yeah.
I
No.
came in.
No,
Yeah.
I was dead
I-
serious.
I-
Oh, then you're talking to Bizbren. Bizbren doesn't fuck around.
yeah. I threw a bit of a tantrum, and Brendan, I could tell immediately I stormed off, and I could tell he was like, "No, you don't fucking storm off." And
Ugh.
oh,
Did you almost fire him?
you got to remember, if you have a fighter, if you bring warrior energy around a fighter's not going to go, "Oh," a fighter's going to meet you with more warrior energy.
Oh, for sure.
So I looked back and I realized, oh, he's riled because
flustered.
your chin was tucked, your arms were flailing out, and you were coming at me going, "Fuck it, then don't go. I'll go. I don't give a fuck. Hey, you go." And I was like, oh boy. And I had to kind
I
of
turn around and see the suits in their cubicle, like,
Yikes.
Yeah.
Poke
I
the big
just
brown
was-
bear.
I got
take
generally
5, everybody.
I got generally mad. Sometimes you just get generally pissed
And
off.
I got his energy, and I got mad.
You ever have that? You
A
ever
lot of
have,
moving parts.
Then
right
I
now, man.
came in like, hey guys,
And
you
it
guys want a
helped.
kind bar?
and it helped.
have you ever
Yes.
had you just decide today's going to be the day I'm going to throw a little bit of a tantrum? Some days I just feel like doing it. Didn't get a lot of sleep, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to throw a tantrum for no reason right now at everybody.
To
It's
the
gonna be a
people closest to
shotgun.
you, though?
Just a shotgun effect. Just
Okay.
want some of my dirty energy on you.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Hey.
Hey, everybody.
What a dick. But okay.
That's all for current events. No creep line, I'm assuming, Kay? There's creep line. People are still sending creep lines?
Yes.
Awesome.
Love it.
Creep line.
Do you have one?
No. I just always know it's about to just get uncomfortable, so I'm just
Sometimes
preparing
it
my mind.
does.
Yeah.
Well, get
Tell
your
you
hand-
what, I'm digging that Abbott Kenny Fight Club hat and the tee on you.
Thanks,
You might
got
buy
it from
a
my
new
buddy.
model.
It's a great hat.
We'll take some pictures
Good hat.
after this.
I love that hat.
Thanks, guys. I don't know why I'm accepting praise because you made
83
it.
and
You're
67.
like, I try.
Bro,
Thanks, guys.
83 and 67.
It's her
Didn't-
birthday.
I didn't know that.
Really? You
Those
just
are the
figured it out
years.
now?
Yes, I like that. Those are the years we were born.
It is.
That's cool.
Wow. So Brendan puts thought into his merchandise that sells really well.
He does. He
Wait
does.
for October. Actually, yeah, I get some. I'll show you after this.
Yeah.
Finally created the Live Hard shirts.
I like that
Oh,
hat.
cool.
In UCLA.
When's the Never Grow Up shirt coming out?
USC colors.
What about?
Live Hard.
Never Grow Up shirt. When's that coming out?
When Callen's special drops.
My special
Oh,
is being
right.
my
Peter
special
Pan that looks like Callen.
You already
Never
have it
Grow
mocked up?
in lime green.
Do you have a
and pink.
picture you could send me?
Oh,
You
yeah.
could show me?
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
It's
So, yeah.
being
Perfect.
right now. It's being color corrected. Creep line, please.
Okay.
For HBO.
What color do you want on your hat?
Ooh.
I will bring it
I
up.
made that
Not gonna
entire
happen.
thing
I don't
up.
usually
said
wear
that.
hats, but I want red.
Got
You don't
it.
wear hats though. Are you gonna
I
wear
don't.
it or should we sell it to a fan?
Probably sell it to a fan.
I know you're
I
not
just
gonna
don't
wear
look good in hats, but I love those
Hey,
hats.
the red one?
I love both.
I mean,
of
I
them.
didn't want to.
No. this is a prototype. That was the first
Oh.
prototype we had
Oh.
because they just got delivered this morning.
Right.
So Kay has your red one.
Oh,
you
cool.
didn't. We're not releasing.
I'll wear it.
a
I
lot
wear
of
hats
them.
all the time.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
We're not releasing a lot, but I guarantee that's gonna. I mean, if I like them,
Dude, they're great. They fit great. And by the way, I haven't even like. People are gonna see this and be like, "It looks all right on him." It's gonna like
it time.
settle in. Yeah,
I
I
actually like the way
just
it
got
looks.
it like when I walked in today.
I love
so.
everything about the color and the design. Everything. I
thanks.
love that design. I'm proud of that design.
So are we gonna do a commercial for you guys?
I might get a tattoo of that.
Well, if we get 10 million downloads, you have to get a tattoo. Remember?
Yes.
We're gonna be close by next year.
10 million for the month or 10 million
for the
accumulative?
month.
Where would I get that tattoo? I want
Are you
that.
growing since you had the 2.5? I know you got the plaque and everything, but no. What is?
What did he ask?
What did August do? What did August do? I know what July did. What did August do?
I think
2.4?
2.5 million.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or not.
No, that's real good, but I
Not
want
compared to
September
the
to be
big dogs.
great
I
because
know.
I'm trying to take credit
I
in my
know.
birthday
We need
month,
September to be big. When's your birthday?
September 23rd, on
what are
Yom
we doing?
Kippur. You guys want to
Yom
fast with me,
Kippur.
or what's gonna happen?
You're half Jewish, right?
Yeah, the good half.
So
yeah.
you only
Hey,
fast
man.
half the time?
No, I'm gonna fast for real. Hey,
How long
honestly,
is it for?
Sundown to sundown.
Oh, that's easy.
No water.
It's like Ramadan.
That one's tough.
Well, Ramadan, my boy Tarek was training and sparring. And how long is Ramadan? 8 days?
Well, it's a month.
Yeah, he's also a hero from Afghanistan, so
He's a warrior.
I'm a privileged guy from New York.
He's also
it's
he's
hard
also an
on me.
Afghan hero.
Yeah. All right.
What do you got, Kay?
Okay. This guy says, I was eating dinner with my old friends from high school, and it turns out that one of my best friends from high school initialed his ex-girlfriend's name on his pubes in an attempt to get her back together with him. When she found out, she flipped out and went off. Didn't find out till last Saturday. I'm not sure if I should bring it up or not.
Yeah, that's terrible.
You're not sure who wrote this?
This guy, his
The
friend.
guy that
yes.
the guy that shaved it, or the guy?
No, this guy wrote it about his friend.
Well, your friend's a psycho.
Yeah, your friend said, just plain weird.
That's a creep line for sure.
For sure, creep line.
Super
Fit
creep.
right into the tone.
There you go.
But
And ew, how long do your hair have to be able to do that?
I don't even want to.
Tell you what, he's an artist, though.
That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Let's
That's
chalk
some-
it up.
that's
We're
some-
talents.
That's some
need
head
talent.
trimming.
Anytime anyone shaves hair into shapes like body hair, like remember that guy used to do it in the
Eberson.
yeah, Ebersol.
Ebersol.
Yeah, he used to do the arrow in his
Did
chest.
the arrow with his chest.
I don't
Hey,
like it.
fighter.
I think it's
do it.
weird.
I think
so
it's nasty.
stupid. Don't
What
do
about
it.
chicks who do tattoos on their cheeks or right?
I
around
actually,
their private
I
parts?
actually prefer that.
I'm not talking
It's almost
I'm not even
important
going
to
there.
me.
Usually when I see tattoos on a girl's ass, I go, "How's your dad doing?"
Oh yeah, which turns me on, which just makes me more excited. Back when I was younger.
Yeah.
Just saying. I had sex with a girl one time who had tattoos on each cheek, and I was like, "That's outrageous." And it was before people were getting that many tattoos.
So
and I
she was
like,
a real rebel.
a
Because now you do it,
true
it's like
rebel.
whatever.
Yeah. And then
I'm a fan.
I don't want to get too.
You don't
detailed,
have
but
to.
I've
Yeah,
had-
you had sex with
Come
a girl
on.
with tattoos, though.
Yeah. Even on their cooch, you get that
Oh,
sometimes.
you had to use cooch?
Yeah.
Even
Why do you
creepier at
fucking
Crumpet?
48.
48-year-old using cooch?
Crumpet.
Let's go to
Coin
fan
purse?
Did you shave
questions.
these pubes? Was it you?
It's Cal.
Yeah.
I do have
What do
a
you
pube.
use? I don't know.
a
what you
My
pube
wife
kit.
and I got into a fight. I borrowed her shears.
Just wanted to show her I love her.
I pulled out my pube kit.
Super creepy though.
Super creepy. Nice work.
Good work, Kay. Keep it creepy.
There you go, Katie.
All right, first fan question for you, Skylar.
Oh.
What should we expect from Graves? Can't wait to see you in it.
Cool.
Cool.
Talked
right
about it.
on.
Oh, so I
Talked
basically,
about it.
I basically, okay. So Nick Nolte plays a former president of the United States. He's 75.
What kind of guy is he offset?
He is. Bryan, I'm sure you could attest this. I haven't really been on set with him yet. I've
You have, though.
done a couple reads. Yeah.
How is he, Bryan?
Nick Nolte is a guy who's been in Hollywood and
legend.
acting for so long.
His stories are insane.
Yeah, that Nick, from my experience, won't ask you one question about yourself, but he is primarily such a product of Hollywood that all his stories center around the times he's been on set with other actors.
That's true. He spent a lot of time on set, and he has a lot of opinions about people that you're like, oh, fucking Tom Hanks.
Like
talking
Eddie
about Tom
Murphy?
Hanks. Yeah, just like people like that. And
When
you're
I
just
was on another 48 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
He also will dress typically like he's been living under a bridge.
Oh,
Yeah.
just like shit.
He's just very strange.
I went to his house, so he just got out of the shower, just
Nice
like
crib?
that typical.
Does he have a hog on him?
He's got a big dick. No, I didn't like take a shower with
He's
him.
a big man.
Well, I
He's
thought you
got a-
saw him though.
He gets like he has like 5 houses on this property
Oh,
in
wow.
Malibu, but it's on the
Been
same.
there,
yeah, it's like
Oh, wow.
a compound.
Oh wow.
So
it was,
it's
I
pretty
think, where
wild.
the
He's killing
Eagles.
the game.
Eagles
Oh, yeah.
recorded a lot of their songs at that house. by the
Really,
way.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised
Yeah.
to
Nick
know that.
Nolte's killing. How old is he?
75.
Oh, he's like 70. He's like 74. Something
He's
like
in
that.
overtime.
Yeah.
Phenomenal actor.
That's gonna be fun for you though.
Hey, okay. Well, anyway, so all I got was Nick Nolte's the former president, and then we had sidebar.
But he's a great actor. You
so
get to work.
he's
You get to work with 2 amazing actors.
Amazing actor.
So
yeah.
Nick Nolte,
so Nick
who else?
Nolte's he's a former president of the United States. He's 75, and 25 years removed from being the president. He was a good like Republican president, almost like a Reagan like kind of a situation. And basically, I'm hired as the new fresh, excited assistant who's got my own political aspirations and is very. He's my hero, and I go there. It's like a dream job for me, and I realize that not only is he like high on peyote, having an existential crisis in the Santa Fe compound, but like his wife Susan Sarandon, former first lady, who I'm like astonished by, and all their kids. It's like the first family. It's like it would be like meeting Chelsea Clinton. It's like oh my God, but it's basically the Addams family. I mean, I'm like dropped in this.
It's almost better if you didn't know him.
Sounds like
dope.
a really good
Yeah,
idea.
yeah, and it's a dark comedy.
What's
it's
it
like
gonna be on?
satirical. It's on Epix, which is like this is their first scripted show, and it's they're doing this in this amazing show called Berlin Station that they're shooting in Germany with Richard Jenkins, who's a
Dang.
beast of an actor.
God, they got
Yeah.
some good
Nice.
TV.
They
out
got
there.
some good people. They're really like it's every.
So you're excited about it.
I'm super excited about it because like Epix it's like this is they're excited. This is like their flagship. It's their Mad Men. It's their House of Cards. And these days it's really tough to start a new channel. But they're teaming up with like Hulu, so you'll get to see it if you don't
Be
have
huge
the
on
money.
Hulu. Yeah, that's how I'll watch it.
And exactly, because that was like always Anyway, I don't want to get into the former show I was on, but it was tough to see it a second time if you didn't see it the first time.
Nice, man.
So yeah, so it's pretty.
What else you got, Ev? Nick Nolte.
Next
coming.
one.
Nick
Skylar, what
Nolte.
was your go-to song to sing to impress the ladies when you were single?
I didn't do that.
Was there a
No.
go-to song?
No.
That'd be a
I think
bad-
that'd be weird too.
So weird.
That'd be a bad idea.
But by the way, not the first time that like that's been asked. in this
Really?
situation. I
What are you
mean,
gonna do? Go up to a girl and just start blasting
Hey
the
there,
song? You know how
girl.
embarrassed she'd be?
Yeah,
Not
weird.
the
Cutie
way to go.
pie.
I did like something. I did a fun thing with Uriah Faber, and we did like the cartoon thing that yours didn't ever make it to, but
Fight stories?
mine did, and essentially, and yeah, that was like a thing they asked me too. They're like, "What would you do if you were like at a party and like I was
Would
like,
not sing.
at a party?"
Yeah.
Hey, turn down the music real quick.
I got something. I'm gonna freestyle
Yeah.
a little bit.
Guys over here, little name called Frank Sinatra, and just start singing my
Hit
way.
it.
Yeah.
These.
Luck be a
No
lady
lady
tonight.
tonight.
Come on, I'm
Bad
gonna throw
idea.
those dice, chick. Yeah.
Luck
doing
be
a
a
full
The
lady.
girl would be like,
character.
"Oh my god."
Oh my god, I don't know him. I don't know him.
Staring at you, cutie.
Tony
Yeah,
Bennett.
so
or
that wasn't a thing. But
You're not gonna sing to a girl to get her attention.
no, that's weird. Would you like start sparring someone? Be like, look, I can kick this dude's ass.
Hey,
Wanna
check
date-
it out, girl.
Do you date me?
I can beat everybody up in this whole bar.
No, that's a weird thing. I'm not like a kind of a show off kind of a guy. So it's
Probably
like
not a good way to go with girls in general.
Yeah.
For anyone listening,
Boy, that's
that's a bad
That's
idea.
the difference in
Hey,
you
I
and
can
me.
juggle. Look.
well, because you're like
that's
like
the
me.
Callen move.
Yeah, you'll do a pirouette, right? You'll
Sure, I'll do
we'll do
whatever.
whatever.
I'll do anything.
Didn't you steal for Greg Fitzsimmons or something like that? You started doing pirouettes on the street outside of a comedy club.
Yeah, that's correct.
Apparently,
That's
I
what he
mean,
said.
I don't remember, but I'm sure I did.
Yeah.
All's fair in love and
Or
war.
not Greg. It was
No, it was Greg.
It's Greg.
Greg Fitzsimmons.
Yeah. Or no, was it
No, it
Steven?
wasn't.
Oh, Steve Burns.
Yeah,
Steve Byrne.
Steve Byrne.
That's
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm unscrupulous when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Hey, look at me over here juggling.
Hey,
Need
everybody.
attention.
Yeah, sure, that guy can fucking sing, but he's got herpes, and then I just go off, so I really try to.
And
cut
here's
your
a herpes
legs.
commercial I did in 1991.
I got it on my phone.
But sometimes I'll find out that people invite me and Bryan to certain dinners or parties, and we are the entertainment.
Yeah.
They brought us because they have no personalities, and
Yeah.
we're expected to do Fighter and the Kid at the dinner table.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong.
Right?
People ask me to
Fighter the
sing
Kid.
all the time.
Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah, sing. No, it's just like you say. It's like I'm not gonna. Hey, you're a dentist, right? Do surgery.
The thing is, you do it
know?
so easily. Like you can just kind of sing, and it's
Sure.
I would
pretty
never
cool.
ask you to do that.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
What's a song?
For our show.
What's a good song?
How about Jesus Walks by Kanye? No,
By Kanye.
by Kanye.
Kanye?
Can you sing Highway to Hell in a crooner's voice?
Jesus.
God.
Jesus, whose line is it anyway? Sure. And wear this hat and make sense of it. I'm on a highway to hell. I'm on a highway to hell. I don't know.
No speed
What else?
limit.
Yeah. What else do you? What else is? What is the other lyric? And I'm on a highway.
No,
I am on a highway to hell. I'm
not
on
easy.
a
It's not easy.
highway
Living
to
free.
hell.
It's
It's
not
not
easy.
easy.
Living
Scott,
free.
you want some lyrics?
Yeah.
I'm
All right,
not
here.
sure.
Is there any other more,
Yeah.
maybe a more updated song? Maybe we
Jesus.
should let Callen pick the tune.
I love how I was like, guys, I don't really do it, especially when I'm put up to it. But yeah, no.
What do you got?
Yeah. Get me those lyrics real quick.
Yeah.
Living easy, loving free. Sorry, season ticket on a
Hey,
one-way
you know what?
ride.
I was actually. This has happened more than one time, and I swore I was going to text you. There are a couple songs like the Who Are You?
Yes.
Just listen to it. You would sound so good singing that song.
Do you know what's I can't believe you're saying this because I sang Mother by Danzig for this show.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, they said, what other song do you want to sing? And I thought, I think I might be able to sing Pinball Wizard.
Okay.
How's
It's
that
in my
go?
it's in my register.
How's it go?
No.
Ever since
I'm-
I was a young boy.
Yeah, ever since I was a young boy, I played the silver ball. I mean, if I worked at it.
No, because this is the thing. Who are you specifically? Who
are
But
you?
like the whole like I said, who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck
That's
are
why
you?
I'm like, with a tie wrapped around your head, just
That'd be
drunk at
sick.
like a wedding.
Okay.
Just fucking. That's what
We
I
might have to
picture.
do that.
Hey,
Yeah.
there's a
Fighter
little
the
bit of
Kid.
humor.
You might have to do one.
Hey,
Okay.
if it happens in Costa Rica, I want a video and I want credit.
Yes.
Deal.
Cool.
If I don't have
If
to do the
Callen makes
Goldbergs, I am
It's
so
a long.
there.
Hey,
You
it's
son
a
of
long
bitch.
song.
I knew this was gonna happen.
Dude, it's not gonna happen. Why can't you
I
trust
even
me?
saw the emails from the Goldbergs,
Yeah.
so I know he's lying. That's the worst part about it.
No.
He's gonna like plagiarize some emails.
Yeah, for his wife's gonna send it.
I
Listen,
have
Callen can't make
stress about it, but it's gonna be
it.
fun.
What do you got, Ev?
That's a dumb one. Okay. Let's talk butt stuff. So this guy's having trouble getting in the back door with his wife. Wants to know how I can convince her to do it.
Such a dumb
Wait,
question.
Say again.
It's a loaded question.
Say again.
This is off Instagram, Twitter.
Okay, you picked it out. Instagram.
Find another person that wants to do that. Why would you want to? You should know that.
It's his wife.
Wait, it's his wife? Yeah. How would you not like? No. That's dumb.
Guy's married, wants to go in the back door with his lady, and she says no.
He wants to go an inch south.
Yeah. Yeah.
South.
An inch south.
Oh, okay.
Come
You
on,
said you
man.
want to go in south. I'm like, we're talking toes. What's going on?
An inch south.
Fuck them.
What's the problem? She's just not into it. Come on,
He says
man.
he's too thick.
Hey, stop
Ooh.
being a. Oh.
No. It's
Yeah.
By the way, that's not
science, man.
showing off. Yeah, it's like everyone
science.
is.
Everybody's
Couple
basically
Lego
too
pieces
thick.
don't fit. Get
Yeah,
over it.
Everybody's a little too thick for.
Hey, quit being 13 and asking like, hey, my girlfriend won't do the thing. Like, come
That
on,
is
dude.
weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
bummer.
Just
I
give
would
her.
never-
Hey, man, give her money. What? What'd I say?
Go give
Hey,
someone
bro,
money who will do
Bro,
it.
give her $1,000. Dollars.
Well,
Hey, I'll give you $1,000.
what else you guys got?
This question is.
Please be better than the last
I
one.
love the last one. Yeah.
There's
All right,
not-
guys, let's
not
go butt
great ones
stuff.
today. Not great ones today. This one's.
What do you want
If you were, if you were organizing your own music festival, who would you have headline?
That's fun.
Jane's Addiction. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
That's
wow.
sorry.
If it was 1997, that would be great.
Shit, I gotta get
Sonic
together.
Youth.
Shit, guys.
The Cranberries.
Jesus! That's all they got. That's it. Again. Hit it. Jane says.
Hey, they got a lot more than that, dude. Come on.
You know what? I don't know.
You
Do we
need
go the
someone with a
hippie
lot-
route? Do we go the hippie
You
route?
need someone with a lot of hits.
Arcade Fire.
I say you just
Maybe take it back. See.
drop some LSD and do like a
Grateful
like a
Dead?
Grateful Dead, but like a cover. There's like weird Grateful Dead bands. Fish, String Cheese Incident. Like
What mine a little journey.
go there. Fine.
A lot of hits. What about Rush? A lot of hits.
No, that should be fun.
Hey, man, we in 1981.
Yeah, that's true. We did just get on about Jane's Addiction. We're like, yeah, Rush
They
would be
don't have a lot of
great.
hits though. They're not like classic.
And Journey. It's like the
Journey's-
80s anthem.
It's true.
It's literally like the song
White
of the
people's
80s.
I was like,
yeah.
I thought you were kidding, and I was like, he might be serious after
Yeah.
he made fun. After he made fun of Jane's Addiction. And by the way, Jane's Addiction was kind of huge, weren't they? For a
That's
while?
tough, man, because you could go rap. You could go.
I would probably go rap. I mean, if you go with someone like a Chris Brown, he
Okay.
has so many hits.
Sure.
You go with someone like a Kanye West, again, so many hits.
It could be cool to do like, a kind of like a pop / electron, like just super commercial. So you get like, so the DJs you get are like the Calvin Harrises and the David
Diplo,
Guettas
yeah.
and Diplo and people like that. And you get your like, but they play all their hits. I mean, it's not everyone's like, yeah, that's not real music. But you know what I mean? You get that, and then you get Chris Brown to play his hits, and then you get Justin Timberlake to do his hits, and then you get
Ooh,
Bieber.
Timberlake's a good
You know what I mean? And you
one.
get like pop mixed with
Did you
like.
see Timberlake and Jimmy Fallon do the evolution of hip hop history?
No, but I
last
want
night?
to see that.
Ooh, it's good.
Maybe on my way
Ooh,
home.
it's good. Watch it. It's
Yeah.
dope.
Really?
Oh, they're so talented.
They're so great.
God, man.
Is that it? Any other
know
brain
anything.
busters?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You got to start sending me pop culture stuff. I'm just not paying attention.
You know what?
Go
I
on
would,
like
you
a-
wouldn't read it.
I will read it. I'll watch it. I need to be up on. I gotta go
need to be
see
more hip.
Straight Out of Compton. Yeah, I don't know anything
I
about
think
the. What
it's
are
out
you
of
DJs?
theaters
You're
now.
dropping DJs, and I'm like, oh yeah, DJ.
Jane's Addiction. He just keeps coming. Jane's Addiction was
Elton
awesome.
John. I'm stuck. I gotta start getting.
Whole notes, man. I'd play them.
I
What
got
about that Dead Mal 5 guy?
Yeah.
5.
I'm gonna young my game up.
Yeah, not too far though.
All right.
Yeah,
You know, you don't want to know.
wanna go
Start wearing a
overboard.
sideways
Where it's
pink
embarrassing.
hat. Yeah.
Listen to Moby and shit.
That's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Just,
yeah.
just like sucking lollipops all of a sudden for no reason. What the fuck is this guy doing?
Well, you know what I'm thinking is
This guy went too far.
there's
LeBron
gonna be a
shoes
point.
on.
I'm
Okay,
I'm starting to need glasses, and I'm not wearing them.
I had to read a label for you the other day.
Yes.
And when I did that, I thought to myself, how many more years can we do this?
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Callen goes, I can't see it. I go, let me see it. I read the label. He goes, I'll take it. And then as soon as you took it, my heart sank and went, oh, fuck, man. How much longer can we keep this gig up? For real. I was like, we got a solid 2 years.
I felt the same way.
We got a solid 2 years left in us. Because I remember doing it for my grandpa. Guy died like a year later.
By the way,
So, hey.
this is.
I remember thinking, I'm like, thank God I got this other gig going on.
How about this? And how about the fact that not only will I die, well, here's the thing. At 48, my hair, like you see, I still try to fluff it, but when you look down, you can see.
Looks like
Yeah.
cornrows.
Looks
when
like
I-
cornrows.
yeah.
You can see a
Hey,
lot
do
of
you
scalp.
get insecure when you're around taller people than you because they can look?
Now
yeah,
I do.
I feel
Up
that.
the past month. Now, having said that,
Your hair is looking thicker, though. You've been using Propecia?
Yep.
You been on that Propecia?
Yep.
That shit works.
it works.
That shit works.
It works.
Use it?
No, but it works scientifically.
Okay.
Yeah, it does. Now, here's what I'm thinking, though. Oh boy, why are you picking one spot to look at? Your eyes just went so
No,
shark
it's
black.
just that kettlebell. I'd never seen it like that before.
Oh no, your eyes went shark black. He's just stuck.
But it does work, though, because
yeah.
it's looking thicker.
But here's what
It's a Band-Aid, though.
In a couple years, let's say 4 years,
He's hoping technology.
I'm gonna shave
Yeah.
my head. I'm gonna go gray. I'm gonna have gray beard, and then I'm gonna wear glasses. And
Weird
I'm just
head
gonna
for
be
that.
Old,
Weird head for
Can't be on the
old,
show.
handsome
I'm
guy.
gonna no, that's not handsome.
No.
And guess what? That's not funny.
Hey man, hey man.
We're honestly gonna have to get rid of you. Think about that day.
Is Skylar going to take my place?
Oh, yeah. Fighter in the Voice. We've already done an
100%.
episode.
We already talked about
Yeah.
it.
Fighter in the
listen,
Voice.
Can you imagine that talk?
Operation Phase Callen out.
If Fox, we're gonna have we're gonna do these digital series, then we're gonna go TV, and then eventually Fox is coming to me like, listen, we like what you're doing. Callen's just too.
But that
old.
one guy
He's
that
not
looks like
registering
Billy
with the
Bob
demographic.
Thornton.
He's not connecting with our demographic. He's an old guy.
Insert a brand new guy I've never met. And we have
But
to act like
young,
we have chemistry.
young, tight skin. But he is really good.
That would be a bummer, man. I honestly thought about that. When I had to read the label for you, I was like, probably got another 2 years left on this. When I handed it back to you, I was like, there you go, bro. And I was all, oh.
Who's your poor man's
Very
you,
weird
Bryan?
that poor man's me?
Yeah.
Crystalia, obviously. No.
Byron Collins?
Tom Hanks' son.
No, there's got to be like another comedian. Come on, this is your opportunity to really bury someone.
I know, but I do have some people in mind.
Of course you do.
But I would never want to be mean.
I hear
and
you.
you probably wouldn't know them.
You do, I think you'd be surprised.
No, that I maybe have had some influence on and are a bus and truck version of me. And I've been told that might be.
Hey, let's say something weird happens. You get some crazy, horrible disease where you lose your voice.
Yeah.
I'm being friendly here.
Okay.
You lose your voice. And
Or I just die of old age.
No. You lose your voice or you die because you're old as fuck. Yeah. But the thing is so you lose your voice and you can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Who is the first person you would call to
Skylar
replace
Astin.
you?
Oh, wow. So I'm the poor man's you? No.
No, you're just good. You're funny.
Who? Okay, great question.
You're too busy,
Now I'm going
though.
to piggyback.
You're too
Yeah,
busy.
super fucking busy.
You're too
But,
busy. You are
but
too
I'm going to
busy.
piggyback off that
Yeah.
and say, okay, so I appreciate that. But what about who would be the person that would piss you off the most that they got to replace you?
You know, I just don't have that in me.
Okay.
And I'm not competitive.
No, I appreciate your.
I'm just not. There's no one.
You are competitive.
I'm competitive, but
though.
not with myself. But as far as like that guy's really good. Like I've never seen a stand-up comic.
No, someone that Fox went and were like, this is just like Bryan. And you're like, fucking, that guy's nothing like me. In fact, he stole half my shit and he's doesn't have the charisma.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the jaw
I
structure.
wish I had a name
I
for
can't
you.
think of anyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard.
Yeah.
I don't ever think of anything I do. Like it's so individual for me.
Sure.
Like stand-up. Like right now, this communion I'm having with. Like I'm trying to write this new stuff and. I swear to God, like I'm doing stuff that I'm literally just tapping into what I really am preoccupied with and what I think about. And it's, by the way, I think about the most ridiculous shit in the world, and it seems to be working on stage lately.
That's awesome.
But it's like so ridiculous, and I just think that the more individual you can be and be self-directed and not other-directed. But it's so hard for us. It's so hard for all of us.
You're making a good point, but my point is that you are that way. But I'm talking about some other rip-off hack who takes you what you do so organically, and but I'm not going to beat this dead horse.
Callen. Callen's the best at being Bryan Callen, so there wouldn't be a fighter kid. It'd be like whatever.
Be like Fighter in the Voice and probably get like more downloads and be like really face
well,
Callen
our
out.
chemistry, like Brendan and I have such a
dynamic.
great chemistry in terms of. I know that motherfucker so well, and he knows me so well because we're really similar. Like, we think the same way.
Yeah.
Like, I can see that dude. Somebody can walk by, like at this wedding. This is terrible. He's going to hell. And I am too. I'm not. I'm not. But there was a situation where there was an individual who walked by, and he looked a certain way. And we didn't know who he was. But I knew by the way he walked by and the way he looked. And we were having a serious conversation with this third party. And Brendan just saw him, and I saw him, and I saw the son of a bitch. I saw the son of a bitch. He grabbed his own face, and he was trying not to laugh, and he was rubbing his face. You know when you rub your face and you're trying not to laugh?
Yeah.
And I was like, this motherfucker. I go, if he starts laughing, I'm going to start laughing.
Yeah.
So I literally, in the middle of this conversation, I had to look down because we couldn't laugh at that person. It's just not right to laugh at somebody for the way they look. You know that thing? And
what was wrong with? Give me like a.
He just looked.
Toupee?
He
No.
just looked. Yes, he looked.
Just a schluffa. That's what we call
Yeah,
him.
He had a
He
shitty
just-
suit on. He had this toupee.
In general, he was just not. He was an imbecile. Shouldn't be there. And that's fine.
He was an imbecile. He's the fucking father of the bride. Jesus,
No,
man.
I don't know how he got into this party.
No, he had spoken to
he
me
was just a
before.
total nerd
I'd had a
alert.
conversation with him before a little bit, and it was just. But the wedding was
then he kept
fantastic.
staring at me.
Everybody was great. Everybody was great at that.
kept
There's
staring
always
at me
one.
and Bryan like
there's
this.
always one crazy person.
Oh,
There's-
weird.
Yeah.
And I see Bryan slowly move out of his view. I'm like, what are you?
There's always a crazy person everywhere, and you know.
It's funny though.
Yeah. But the point is that when you know somebody so well, a glance,
Sure.
a fucking glance can you can be like, don't. If you start laughing, I'm dead here.
Yeah.
If you start laughing, you son of a
Game
bitch.
over.
But also,
That's like
my
Brendan
friends,
and I have that.
You do. Hey man.
So
Hey.
yeah, yeah.
Hey.
So what you
Hey.
have to do is just like press backspace, and then VOICE.
But here's my question: how many guys do you know that you can truly tell them fucking everything? And I'm talking about everything. He knows everything.
Do you have
My brother.
That? Like,
my brother.
You have just your,
Your
brother?
brother.
No.
See, I got that with Brendan.
Yeah, I don't have. Yeah,
I think
And
those
you have
dudes
that
that I
with
was
me.
with last night.
What's up?
I think those dudes I was with last night.
all of them.
Oh, and
You're
I know.
lying to
And,
yourself.
But we're all. But hold on, Skylar. We're always
Arnie.
for the most part playing. We're always reserved.
Sure.
We're playing a little bit of a character for everybody. In other words, actually, Tarek said something really interesting. Tarek Azim, that we talk about, our buddy. He said, a lot of times when you meet somebody, and you're in a position where you want to learn from them or whatever it is, that person will tend to be somebody you want them to like you. You want them to like you.
Sure.
You might because maybe you want to learn something that they have, or they're in a position of power, or whatever. You want them to like you. What you'll do then is present the person you think they want to know and see. And what happens is, as you get to know them and you realize they're also a human being, or as you sort of gain your own cubic space and power as you get older or whatever, now the real you comes out. And that person who you've had this relationship with doesn't recognize the real you because you've been presenting a false you for so long. We all do this. We all do this.
We do that in relationships too.
Right.
Yeah.
And so suddenly now, how do you become now that person has come to expect this person that you've been playing, this character you've been playing for their benefit. We do this with our parents. We do this with spouses. Now, and we do it with our parents especially now, or family members. How do you come out now as yourself when they've known somebody very different this whole time? And also, a lot of times that person might react negatively to the real you, but that's almost like Tarek was saying, that's my fault. That's my fault for presenting
For sure.
a false persona.
And hey, by the way, don't be a fraud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
it's not
like
about being
a
a fraud.
variation
It's not
on
about
a
a fraud,
theme.
but you're not yourself. You're not.
Yeah,
you're not
yeah,
your
there
true
was
You're
self.
on your
just-
best behavior sometimes.
For
which
sure.
can
And I get in
mean-
a lot of trouble a lot of time because I can't. It's hard for me to hold back from certain things, especially if I have an opinion.
But that's
and a strong
authentic.
opinion. It's authentic. You lose some friends.
You also
sure.
don't want to hurt feelings, though. So sometimes you don't want to hurt feelings, or you want somebody to like you, or they have a very strong belief system, and you don't
I
want to
want to talk to you
trample
about
on
Pitch
it.
Perfect too. No, I'm just kidding.
You
no,
do
no,
want to
no,
talk
I'm
about
just
that?
kidding.
But you don't want to trample on that sensibility. So you'll kind of fall in line, even if it's quietly, even if you kind of quietly disagree with some of it, you agree with other. It's a difficult thing to negotiate. How many people get married to a woman their mother would approve of, instead of the woman they really want to be with?
It's a great point.
Yeah, and that's a difficult thing to negotiate. We all fall into that. Maybe because it's so prevalent, maybe there is something to be said about that. Maybe there is something to be said about, like when you come from a strong culture, you're expected to do certain things.
For sure.
Hey man,
But I feel like
Can't fake the funk. Can't
why
fake
are
the
you
funk.
laughing? Am I
that's
getting too
yeah.
deep?
But by the way, no. But that's what I love when fucking old people just don't give a shit anymore. That's my favorite thing. When you get old, man, you don't give a fuck. You're gonna fart.
Yeah.
Like you don't give
Coolness.
a
You're gonna
shit.
steal candy.
Yeah, you're just gonna say really inappropriate things to younger people and not have any regard. It's like fuck you, I'm old, I get to do it.
What was that guy? Who was the guy who owned that basketball team?
Donald Sterling.
Donald
Yeah,
Sterling.
Donald Sterling was that way with that interview. Just
Yeah.
totally
Too
defiant.
much.
He was
Lost
like,
his business.
right, but he was just like,
he's a billionaire.
he sold it for
Yeah.
billions of
Still-
dollars.
yeah,
He's
still
like,
got a lot of
fuck
money.
off.
Is that all the questions, Ev? Boom. Skylar, my man.
Is this
Skylar
it?
Astin.
Is this it, you guys?
Always one of the classic guests. I can always count on you.
It's easy. It's just
easy.
easy
too
with
easy.
us.
It's too smooth.
Hey, why are you guys staring at each other, man? How come I'm not
Yeah.
involved in this?
It's almost like we're on the verge of something, the two of us, that's just like
Hey.
it's beyond another person. It's
Guys,
just
guys,
the two.
guys,
Yeah.
don't mold into
Where,
one.
where obviously they know and we blast out, but where can they find you? Twitter, Instagram.
Just my name, good old
Boom.
Skylar AR for you nerds out there. God,
For you nerds.
ER is. I hate that.
You know,
SKYL
the phone
AR Astin.
autocorrect it though a lot of times.
I know.
It did it to me, and you got upset.
I did get a little upset, Brandon.
I know, right? Well, I'm digging.
It's funny how an E and an A can make a
Oh,
big
yeah.
fucking difference in your mood.
Oh, it's a night and day difference.
You fight for that E. I fight for that A.
I
on
agree,
a
brother.
daily.
I'm not mad
yeah,
at
but
it.
Skylar,
I know.
Skylar. I mean, is
It's
it
different.
Are you
If
putting
it's
up that
used-
much of a
Hey.
fight, bro? I mean,
Skylar. Hey, by the way, don't cast me in something and send me the congratulatory email with the first call sheet and spell my fucking name wrong.
That is a bummer.
Yeah,
Or you could.
I
Maybe
I should not get butthurt about that, but now it's happened so many times.
I'm gonna one up you here, or you could your lifelong dream to be a CU Buffalo, and they spell your last name wrong when you get your jersey.
Yikes.
So that hurts.
That's incredible.
No C? No
Anyways,
C?
That's incredible.
They left out a U.
Oh,
so it said
Schaub. Oh,
And
that one's bad.
I did not play that game. So the thing is, though, it's SCHAUB. But we need to get out of here. I'm digging the Abbott Kenny Fight Club gear on my boy. We will definitely posting a picture using your name and likeness.
With that barrel
sure.
chest? Are you kidding
I
me?
know. Listen, if you're listening to this, the Finding the Kid, you guys know the deal. TFATK.com, Abbott Kenny Fight Club hats. Finding the Kid hats, red and gold, black and gold, and the Abbott Kenny in the original gray and the softest shit white. You know the deal. TFATK.com.
Come see me in San Jose. The San Jose Improv.
This is the fighter in the voice. No, I'm just kidding.
September 25th, 26th, 27th. And buy your tickets for the Tempe Improv. November 12th, we've got a live
November
show.
12th, one show, one night only, TempeImprov.com. Get them now. Again, you know they go quick, so don't complain. It's 1 night, 1 hour. The Fighter and the Kid are coming to Tempe, Arizona, TFATK.com. This is the Fighter and the Voice. We're out.
Hey!
Sorry.
Yes.
Ah!